I have always been here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Ambassadorial Wing. And tonight, we're going to talk villains, and we're going to talk the two of the greatest groups of rogues from comic books, the Rogues Gallery of the Batman and of Spider-Man. And with me this evening, I have assembled the Legion of Rogues. Minus two who are now late.
Who knows where
they are now the villains.
They were taken out by the villains and become the villains.
And very quickly to the chat, Ray's Collections and Brian Hill, the master of none. Good evening, gentlemen, and to everybody else who's lurking in the chat, thank you for being here. And as I said, I have assembled a great panel of rogues to debate this matter. And with me this evening, I have got Cody of Superior Hero Reviews, Classic Comics. The man, the myth, the legend. You know him. You love him. Enosh Fett, master of the Poindexter Lounge. And Dawson of Nerdy in Many Ways. And Dawson, being this is your first time to the Ambassadorial Wing, we have now popped your ambassadorial cherry. So, congratulations. And
I'm glad I was here for that.
Well,
what a sight to behold.
You other three, you've already had your cherries popped. Your ambassadorial cherries have been.
Hey, you know what this means? You know what this means? I've had it twice because Dawson, this was the moment. Dawson, this was the moment. I didn't want to tell you, but this was the moment that you first appeared on the Ambassadorial Wing. Enjoy it, man. It was awesome. It was great. It was an awesome time. And we talked about villains. Oh, just to relive this again it's just fantastic.
Oh, man.
As I said, we should have two more rogues joining us momentarily. So we'll go ahead and get started. And whenever they get in here, we will give them the walk of shame.
Yes. By the way, I love your introduction. Your introduction is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's got the best production values.
I do my best with what I have, and what I have works. So
that's all I can ask for.
Yep.
So, but gentlemen, before we start, for those who may not know you, and even if they do know you, go ahead and give a quick plug to your channels, and then we shall begin.
Starting with who?
I don't care. Whoever wants to go first.
Somebody go.
All right, I guess I'll go.
Go, Dawson.
All right. My name is Dawson Weidrich from Nerdy in Many Ways. You can see the name of my channel right here. I talk all things nerdy, movies, video games. You know, I do a bunch of live streams where I talk about these things. And I just have a really fun show. Do a lot of art as well and music. And you can find me on Twitter at NIMW32 as well as Instagram. And it's just a nerdy time on Nerdy in Many Ways. So go figure.
True that.
Okay, who's next? Come on, don't be shy.
I'll go next. My name's Cody, Superior Hero Reviews. We go over everything pop culture. I even do comedy reactions, video games, streaming, and anything you could think of. We take a shotgun approach to YouTube. We shoot, we see what hits, and we go with it. And
nice.
So that's basically what happens.
Love your lights in the background, by the way. Those look fantastic.
Thank you.
Just saying, I think we're up to 10 fantastics this episode.
That's one of my favorite words. Fantastic.
Fantastic. I guess I'll go. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Enosh, by all means.
Yes, I totally remember all this awkwardness when I was first on this show as this guy right here. Many years ago, 20 years ago, I was the master of Nerdy in Many Ways, and now I've leaped forward into the future, and I come to you as Enosh Fett from the Poindexter Lounge. Hey, we do all kinds of cool stuff. We do video reactions. We do all things pop culture. We talk about stuff. We have panel discussions. We got a show called 2 Cents on Nonsense, where we tackle nonsense regarding nerd pop culture things and have a good fun with my friend Johnny Pop. I also do it with my family. So we do trailer reactions and TV show live watch parties and all that fun stuff. And we have a real good time over at the Poindexter Lounge, and we welcome all nerds. We call it a place for nerds, a place where we can all get together and talk about the things that we love. And we're going to have a really good time next week. I invite all of you to clear your schedules for Friday and Saturday, because it will be epicness on some proportion. We haven't actually scheduled it all out yet, but we know it's going to happen, because next week we have a very special weekend planned where I'm living out my dream of renting a theater and watching The Empire Strikes Back with 25 of my closest friends. And so it's going to be absolutely fantastic. We got lots of surprises on the channel coming, so look forward to that. And it's a pleasure.
I'm looking forward to hearing about how that goes.
I'm sure you do. I do too.
I just saw Empire in the theater about a week and a half ago.
Nice.
But, my channel is called Classic Comics. I review comics, also review TVs and film. And I just recently posted a video about the DC Comics new Future State event. Please come by and check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hey, and Enosh and Dawson, if you've never had Classic on your channel, do so, because this guy knows his stuff. So
Nice.
I always like
as
talking to people who know their stuff, like, as opposed to those people, like, sometimes that, like, you say stuff like, like, have you ever heard of UHF? No. Like, what? You've never heard of UHF, the movie? Come on.
Wow, that hurts, man.
I'm just
Wow.
Sometimes you got to push yourself. I'm pushing myself to be better, Dawson. Dawson, come on. I'm pushing myself to be better one day.
Man. Oh, shots fired.
I'm just messing with you.
Man.
It's fire. I never take shots at you, Dawson. So I have like you and I are just a big love fest most of the time. So I got to give people something different, just a little something different here.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. At least once in a while. You got to keep it even.
Yes, fair and balanced.
Oh man.
Okay.
So classic comics. Could you put your channel link in the chat?
Yeah.
That way we can find
sure.
it. Because I just subbed to Superior Hero, but I'm having a hard time finding you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, like I said, I'm all about networking. I'm all about community. I'm all about helping out my friends.
Yeah.
So, and I just heard from Anthony. He is not off work yet, but as soon as he gets off
There
and
you
gets
go.
home, he will let us know. So we're just waiting on Zod Rider because, well, Anthony has an excuse. Where the heck is Zod? Zod,
man, I don't know.
Zod. We're not going to kneel
He
before
hasn't
you
found us.
if you don't get in
He has
here.
not found us.
Anyway, with that, all that being said, let's delve into the topic of the evening: rogues. We all
Yes.
villains. You cannot have a hero without a villain. And let's be candid here, gentlemen. Tonight we're going to debate who would win an all-out battle royale between these two great rogues galleries from the Batman and the Spider-Man universes. And we're just we'll break down matchups, we'll break down the characters, we'll discuss our favorites and all that sort of thing, and then we'll just go around the horn and say 5 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 5 times, who will win a fight between these two rogues. And with that being said, let's begin.
All right.
All right,
Ding, ding,
let's
ding, ding,
do
ding,
it.
ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Nice.
Let's get. No, that's copyrighted, so I can't say that.
Sure you can. I'm not monetized. I don't care. Say it. Say it.
All right. Let's get her ready to rumble. Let's go.
Nice.
Are you ready for this?
You know
Yes.
what's funny? I do have to thank you. I do have to thank you right off the bat, Dawson, though, for saying copyrighted instead of copywritten.
Right.
People say copywritten all the time, and it's not written anywhere. It's righted.
Right.
People own the rights to the copy.
Yes.
There you go. I was the copyright police because I worked at Kinko's for many years. So there you go.
Well, you are very welcome.
All right.
I love a fellow grammar corrector.
Mm-hmm. And I
Just
love
like
it when you get it right. That's how this show's going, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to correct grammar all night long, baby.
No, we won't, because I'll mute you. I'll mute you and I'll boot you.
Power's
right.
going to his head.
Oh no.
Well, it is my channel. Hello.
That's fair. That's definitely fair.
Okay. All right. All right.
For now. No. I see Superior Hero up there. He's got his eye on your channel. He's taking it down. He's going to take it all over. He's going to copyright your channel is what he's going to do. He's going to copyright your channel.
He's got the code.
Yes. Right now he's punching
right.
in secret codes. Don't you hear him? He's like doing the TV computer thing where you just hear click, 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 click,
And then he says, like every other spy movie ever, I'm in.
all of a sudden, all of a sudden, all the stuff changes. All the backgrounds. He's putting a disc of RAM in somewhere right now. He's looking at it. Putting this RAM. Like, it needs more RAM. I need more power.
That's what she said.
Oh man.
It's
Okay.
alive.
All right. Anyway, well, which Rogues Gallery shall we break down first? The Bat or the Spider?
Are we also talking about anti-heroes and reformed villain, like Punisher and Black Cat? Are we going down that road? How far down this rabbit hole are we going?
No, let's stick to pure villains. Let's stick to pure villains.
Okay. Sounds good.
So-
I don't know. What do you guys think? Because they're both really cool. And of course, we're going to break them down eventually. Do we want to do Spider-Verse? Our first? Spider first?
Fine with me.
I'm fine with that.
I'm good with that. So let's do it. The
All
Villains of the Spider is a long and very distinguished list.
Yep.
And of course, you've got Doc Ock, you've got the Hobgoblin, you've got the Green Goblin, you've got Electro, you've got the Rhino, you've got there's a lot of those.
Scorpion.
Doppelganger.
Scorpion.
Stiltman.
The Chameleon.
Wow.
So, and just real quick to chat, Newbie Comics. Good evening, sir. Good to see you. Thank you for popping by.
Hey,
Hope you
Newbie.
enjoy the discussion, bud. So
Let's see. What other Spider-Man? Well, I mean, Venom kind of counts.
yes, Venom. Yeah, we'll count Venom in there because more oftentimes he's a villain rather than hero.
Right.
Mhm.
Or
Unless it's like
anti-hero.
a solo comic or something.
Is anybody
then
keeping
they-
a list? Since we're naming these off right now, maybe we should keep a list somewhere.
Morbius.
Morbius, yes. Oh,
Oh yes,
And
and Newbie brings up a good one. Don't forget Craven. Yeah, Craven the Hunter.
Craven.
Electro.
Mysterio.
Yeah, Mysterio. Thank you. Yes.
Vulture, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, the Vulture.
Sandman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Sandman. Almost forgot about Sandman. Well, although wasn't he sort of reformed? Because didn't he start working with Silver Sable at some point?
Well, yeah, you're right. Actually,
But like the majority of his history, he's
Yeah,
a
the majority of
villain.
his history, he's been a villain. So yeah,
Oh.
okay.
Shocker is another one.
Yeah, Shocker.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Topher Grace.
Mm.
No.
What?
J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh,
Oh.
J. Jonah Jameson's not a villain. He has no powers. All he is a pain in the neck.
Hold on. No, wait. Well, if you're going to talk that, then Batman doesn't have very many villains because why do you got to have powers? You don't have to have powers to be a villain.
Well, I mean, he's not. I guess he's just kind of he's a nuisance. That's what he
He's a
is.
nuisance.
He's a nuisance.
I like
He's a
it.
nuisance.
He's a
He's like
nuisance.
phobic.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Oh,
Hobgoblin.
man.
How about Hobgoblin?
I
Yeah.
already mentioned Hobgoblin,
Oh,
so
we did. Okay.
yeah, that's okay though. All right, well,
Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna pull up a list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jammed
that's-
web slingers.
Spider-Man villains. All right, we got this big old list. Wikipedia, the trusted source of the internet.
Yes, that should have all the information we
Well,
need right there.
it's
Lizard.
Tinkerer. You got Tinkerer. We failed to mention him. Lizard, of course. Lizard Man. Living
Lizard,
Brain.
yeah.
Big Man. Let's see.
Okay, let's try and keep it to well-known villains like once
Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Yeah,
How
let's
can we
keep it
forget
to
that?
yeah. Well, let's
Wow.
let's set a few boundaries here. Ones that have appeared in either movies or animated series, but
Okay.
let's keep it.
Yeah,
let's
but
keep
dude,
it-
but dude, if you're talking the '90s, man, all the characters that we've mentioned appeared in
Carnage.
Carnage. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Okay.
all of these characters did appear in the '90s cartoon at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is true.
I mean, that 90s cartoon, I'll be honest, that 90s cartoon, to steal from Anthony, is fire. Like, it literally has everybody in there.
Well, you got to grab the mic. You got to grab the mic and be like, it's fire. And then put it down. That's how you got to say it.
No. Anyway.
That right there's fire.
So needless to say, it's a long list.
It is a long list.
So let's try and pare this down to something that's manageable, honestly.
Yeah, so we got to get the main ones. So like Doc Ock, Green Goblin, of course, Sandman, Venom,
Dot Man,
Scorpion, Kraven,
Do you
Vulture.
remember Dot Man?
Yeah. Oh man, very vaguely, but yes. Let's
Spots
see.
on everything, and Spider-Man got spots on.
Then Rhino. Rhino's another one. And Morbius. Carnage. It's like, is that a good 10? A good 10 list? You think that'd be sufficient?
Mute me.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
No.
You gonna tell me, Ambassador, you're gonna tell me you didn't watch Spider-Man on the Electric Company?
No.
You didn't?
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the Electric Company either.
Oh,
Dude,
really?
that's some of the best Spider-Man ever. That was how I was literally introduced to Spider-Man. My life without the Electric Company Spider-Man is I can't even talk about Spider-Man because that's how I was introduced to Spider-Man. I didn't even know who Spider-Man was. I never read a Spider-Man comic book. I saw him on the Electric Company, dude, and I love Spider-Man from there. Like that's how I got into Spider-Man to begin with.
I'm guessing a lot of kids in the 70s got introduced to him by that.
Heck yeah, man.
Electric Company.
And it had the best song ever. Spider-Man, where are you coming from? Spider-Man, nobody knows who you are.
And real quick to the chat, the True 31. Don't forget to pick a Spider-Man villain. AV-A-Rad.
The truth, always speaking the truth, always throwing down the truth. That's why I love him. Oh man.
And also to the chat, Happy Dinosaur 8000. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you're
That
here.
is one happy dinosaur.
He is. He is a very happy dinosaur, and Happy Dinosaur actually has a channel of his own as well. And also a a recent subscriber to the chat, Freeman Mike. Thank you for being here.
Freeman Mike, you and I would get along right there. Contact. Let's make contact. 3, 2, 1. Contact. Well, and you know, there was a sub show on Contact, which was the Bloodhound Gang. Wherever there's trouble, we're there on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. If you got the crime, we got the time. We're the Bloodhound Gang.
Was 321 Contact? Was that the one?
That's where they got their name. That's where the Bloodhound Gang got their name. The band, the Bloodhound Gang. That's where they got their name. Was from that.
Huh.
Just saying. Just saying.
Oh lordy. Okay.
I'll be dang.
Better than Wikipedia here, baby. Better than Wikipedia. I live in a land full of mystery and toys. What am I going to do but talk about, kids programming from the late 70s and early 80s?
This is true.
That's all right. Let him mute me. Let him mute me. Freeman Mike, you can come over to the Poindexter Lounge. We could talk about 321 Contact any day. Classic Comics, you can come over. We could talk about Spider-Man any day. All right.
It is
Hardy har.
Hardy har. All right.
Okay. Well, now that we've got this list pared down to something manageable,
like
let's
85 villains.
No, just the mains. We're gonna stick with the mains. Okay.
No, I'm saying we got like 85, like or something like that. How many do we have there, Dawson?
Oh, we had about 10 that I narrowed it down to.
All right, 10. All right, awesome.
The 10 main ones. So I'm assuming we're going to have to do the same thing for Batman.
Yes, we're going to have to. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. And as much as I love talking to you guys, I do. Believe me, I do. I love talking to you guys. I got to work tomorrow morning.
Oh, man. Hey, Batman's got a polka dot man, too. He's going to be in Suicide Squad.
That's true. He is.
Saying.
Yeah. The fact that we're getting Polka Dot Man in a movie is insane.
That's so crazy. It's so crazy. Great, though.
Oh, man. So, should I use Wikipedia again?
Man, I think if we're only going with 10, I think we fill that out easy, don't we?
That's true.
I mean, you got Batman. You got Joker.
Batman,
Joker.
Batman's not a villain.
Two-Face.
Batman's the hero.
Batman is a villain in some cases when Batman goes
But
crazy.
he is. We're talking about the
I know,
villain
I'm-
of this universe.
Yeah,
All right,
so you
so
got,
we-
I mean, obviously Joker.
Yeah, Joker,
Got the
Two-Face,
Joker,
Ra's al
He's
Ghul,
Two-Face.
Bane.
Yes.
We got Hush.
Catwoman. Does Catwoman count?
Yeah, she's a love interest. So I don't really count her.
No,
I mean, she's the villain. That's
Yeah,
the
but
point. Like,
she's-
she's one of his most biggest nemesis.
She's more of an anti-hero more than anything. Or at
Yeah.
least she has become one. So no, no
Scarecrow.
Catwoman.
You have Scarecrow.
yes.
Black
Deadshot.
Mask. Deadshot.
Here-
Killer Croc.
Here's something to throw you.
The
Harley
big one.
Quinn. Harley
Oh,
Quinn.
Yes. Yeah, I would
Well,
count her.
maybe
as
you
a-
could-
Yes.
We could replace her in the 10 with Poison Ivy.
Oh,
Clayface
who said
is true.
Clayface? Yeah, let's
I
include
did.
Clayface in there.
Yeah. So we're about like 12 now.
Victor Zsasz.
Okay.
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
Okay, all
Oh
right.
my
Here's what
gosh.
we'll do. Instead of going 10, because everybody does 10, let's
Professor
go 12.
Pig.
Oh my gosh.
Professor
No.
Pig.
All right.
Who's poking out, man? Dusty Rhodes.
That's yours.
I love that.
Good one. Good one, Brian. Good one, man.
Now I'm imagining Dusty Rhodes fighting Spider-Man, which instead of Bonesaw and Spider-Man the movie. That'd be awesome.
Okay.
Dusty Rhodes.
It's-
Well, let me tell you something, baby.
All right. Instead of
Dusty
top 10,
Rhodes, American Dream, living legend.
Yeah, it's American Dream. Dusty Rhodes taking on the Spider-Man. Yes, and I got Sweet Sapphire right here next to my side, baby.
Sapphire.
It's the working man versus the Spider-Man. Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna bring us the heat. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you sound like Watto.
No, it's gonna bring us the heat. It's either the Dusty Rhodes or the Spider-Man.
Well, oh man.
Dark side is not.
Man, I feel like we're missing a bunch of Batman ones too. I mean,
I mean,
do you,
Well, we're
I have this
forgetting
list
my
right here.
favorite.
oh,
We're
I
forgetting my favorite,
okay,
Mr.
Mr.
Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm still planning on working on that video for him specifically.
Riddler. Did anyone mention Riddler?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Riddler.
true,
Oh
Riddler.
my gosh, Riddler.
Hugo
What about
Strange.
what about the newly introduced Batman Who Laughs?
Oh man.
Mm,
I mean, that's a major villain right now, guys.
Solomon Grundy.
Is he
Okay,
a
we're-
Batman villain? I didn't think he was a. I mean,
He's a Batman
he
villain.
is.
Is
Yeah,
he
he's a
technically a
Batman
Batman villain?
Yeah,
Okay.
he is.
I didn't know that he was a Batman villain. I knew
Azrael?
he's kind of a
He's more.
Justice League Dark villain.
He's more of a Justice Society villain, but
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Azrael. Oh my
Yep,
gosh,
Azrael.
yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Electrocutioner.
well,
Goodness
Azrael's
gracious.
another kind of anti-hero, though.
Yeah, depending on the
Yeah,
story.
he's more of an
that's
anti-hero
true.
than a pure villain.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean,
Goodness
yeah. I
gracious.
mean, I guess he's an anti-hero too. But you could even go as crazy as throwing Red Hood in there.
Kite Man. How about Kite Man?
Kite Man, yes, Kite Man.
Goodness.
Okay,
Man Bat.
Man, yeah, Man Bat, yeah.
Okay.
The Penguin.
As
Did
I-
anybody say the
as I-
Penguin?
Yes, I did. Okay. Let's narrow this down to 12. We're going to have a 12
Oh
on
my
12.
gosh.
We'll have a 12 on
Lord.
12 battle royale. So we're going to have to narrow this down. Otherwise, we'll be, like I said, we'll be here all bloody night.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, as much as I love you guys, I do have to work in the morning. Now, if we have to turn this, if we have to split this into 2 parts, okay, that's fine. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good with splitting this
We
into
can
2 parts.
We can do this. We can do this.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Aquaman
That's
is making
what-
himself
put
a
that
peanut butter
there.
and jelly sandwich because he can't do crap.
And Lex Luthor's daughter is working in the Starbucks at the Legion of Doom instead of being
Yes.
on spring break.
Yes,
And
that's a
I think
great
everybody will
cartoon.
get that reference.
It's a great cartoon.
How about
Oh,
Killer
my-
Croc?
I
Right.
think we mentioned Killer Clock.
yeah,
Okay.
Did you?
All right.
Okay.
So let's do 12 for each of the Rogues Gallery. So 12 for Spider-Man, 12 for Batman. So,
Okay. So let's list these off for Spider-Man. I got the list of Spider-Man here again. So we got Doc Ock,
I'm gonna
Yes.
write this down too,
Green Goblin,
yes, that's 2.
Lizard.
3.
or just
Sandman.
copy it and put it in the private chat.
I mean,
you
it's a
go.
list that like I have to like. Okay, let me find this here.
I thought you were typing it up. I'm sorry.
I can do that. I can do that.
I mean,
All
I
right,
can type it as you go. That's fine. So who do we got again?
All right, so we got Green Goblin. We got Doc Ock. We got Vulture,
That's 3,
Lizard,
4,
Sandman,
5,
Electro,
6,
Mysterio,
7.
Kraven the Hunter. That's 8.
That's 8.
And then 9 Scorpion.
Yeah.
Then you have let's Rhino.
Yeah.
So that's
a good
10.
One. That's
I
10.
would say
Kingpin.
maybe to Rhino out because he's really more of a Hulk villain.
Is he really?
He was in Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. I mean,
I've
always really is he
He's
a
been
Hulk
in-
villain?
He's been in more Spider-Man stuff than he has Hulk stuff, from what I
He's a
Yeah.
Spider-Man villain as well.
Yeah, so I think
I've
Rhino
never
can
even heard
count.
that. Yeah,
think-
I've never heard that before.
So Rhino's the 10th one, right?
No, 1, 2, 3,
No, that's 11.
Okay, 11. And then you got Kingpin.
Yeah.
I already got Kingpin in there. That's 11.
Okay, and we need one more. Let's see. Got to pick a good one here. Morbius. Yeah, Morbius is a
Yeah,
good
let's
one.
put Morbius in there.
Morbius,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good. Yeah, let's put Morbius in there. That's a good one.
Is there
All right.
anybody better than Scorpion?
Hobgoblin.
What about Venom?
Venom. Oh,
Don't
yes,
have
Venom.
Venom or
Okay.
Carnage in there. I would kick Rhino and Scorpion out and put
Yeah.
Venom and Carnage in there.
Yes,
Yeah, I
agreed.
agree. I agree. Yeah, agreed. Agreed with the panel.
That is
Sure.
agreed, sir. We are
Okay.
in agreement.
Okay, we are in agreement. We got our 12. All right, we got our 12 for the spider. Now we gotta go with the bat.
All right, so I have the list right here. So, of course, you have Joker.
Sorry, I didn't mean to send that to
Two-Face.
the crowd.
Here, all good. And Bane,
Yeah.
Ra's al Ghul.
Yes.
Okay, Deadshot.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Scarecrow,
Yeah.
That's
Killer
classic.
Croc.
What about
Yes.
Egghead?
No.
No, Deathstroke.
Yes.
Worm.
Deathstroke is 8.
No.
Poison Ivy.
Yes.
Poison Ivy is
Unless we-
9.
Yeah. Unless
Okay.
we find something better.
Bookworm?
Clayface is 10.
Let's not forget. I want Mr. Freeze in there.
Okay, so Mr. Freeze is 11. And then,
Harley?
We at
Yeah,
Harley
let's-
Quinn?
Yeah.
yeah,
let's
we
put
can include Harley Quinn, yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah,
put
let's
her
not-
as her own or a sub.
No,
of
on
the
her own.
Joker?
On her
her
own's
own.
good. Yeah, so
I
that's
like
12.
that. So my wife will be happy. Okay.
All right, so
The
we
crazy
got
thing
12.
is, well, the crazy
Go ahead.
thing is, Batman's got more female villains than Spider-Man does. Really?
That's true. Most of Spider-Man's
We didn't even
villains
talk
are
about
female-
like what
or
Black
male.
Cat. We didn't even talk about Black Cat. We didn't give him any. We didn't give Spider-Man any female villains.
Well, he doesn't really have any. Really?
Well, there's
You need-
Black. Isn't there Black Cat? There's
I count her as more. I count her more as.
She's kind of like Catwoman for Batman.
Yeah, more or less.
all right.
She's like an anti-hero,
Mm-hmm.
the pure villain.
Kirsten Dunst. She's a villain.
No. You're muted. Nope.
Willem Dafoe.
I'm kidding, man. Enosh.
Jeez. I can't win. I can't win.
Yes, you
Okay.
can, Enosh. I'm
Okay,
joking.
okay. Oh,
I only
wait, hold
teased
on.
the
Well,
peop-
well, I went to go post this in here, and it looks like Superior's already got the Spider-Man ones, so I got the Batman ones here. So I'll,
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and put those in the private
throw
chat.
those in the
Yes.
private
I
chat.
didn't get all. I didn't get all of them. That's the reason I said I didn't mean to send that.
Oh no,
Oh, you're all
Sorry.
good. You're all
you,
good.
you didn't get all of Spider-Man. you said?
Spider-Man at 1, 2,
Okay,
3.
I got
Okay.
those too. I got those two. Hold on a second. I'll just
Cool.
pop those in there quick. Yeah.
Good work, Enosh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We've got our two lists. So now the question
Yep, that's right.
becomes:
Okay.
who do we face each of these rows off against one another?
Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have done 16, and we should have done it like tournament style, and just gone this person versus that person versus that person versus that person.
Actually,
I always
okay.
thought-
You know what? Yeah. You know what? I like that idea. Okay, so let's
Yeah,
add
'cause
four
you
more.
start with 32, you go down to 16, you go down to
Okay,
8.
yeah.
You know.
Well, not 32. Let's not go crazy there. But
And then
No, I'm
Okay,
saying you
we'll
start at
add-
16 on each
No, no.
side, so you got 32.
we'll
Right.
add four more to each side. That's fine.
Sounds good.
I'm good with that. So, okay. Who do we want to have for Spider-Man, and who do we want to have for the Bat?
Let's see.
I'd say put Scorpion back in for Spider-Man.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm typing it actually in the private chat this time. So.
All right.
Fine.
So, guys, I got a thing where I can enter in names into a bracket.
Nice.
So,
Oh, really?
Fantastic.
Aren't you just nifty?
We got to hit
yeah,
share on
I
that.
try to be
want-
nifty.
And if you want to screen share that, Dawson.
Si, senor. I shall do that.
Si, senor Hef. Okay, I'll switch back over. I'll switch my avatar. Oh, and who the? Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, okay, got it.
All right, so I got this bracket here.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, that's going to be perfect.
That's so pretty.
This
All
show,
right.
this show just got good. Yes. No.
Ha 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 ha. I mute you.
I'm part of the show.
I'm not gonna mute you anymore. Dawson.
I'm part
So
of the
the
show.
only question with this is like, are we facing off Spider-Man villains against each other and Batman villains against each other? And then at the end,
No. We're gonna face off Spider-Man versus Batman.
Okay, so
So
like
next
each
part of
round
this-
is
So you
So
don't
next-
end up with the ultimate Spider-Man villain versus the ultimate Batman villain to decide all of
Exactly.
it.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What Dawson was saying. If you do all Spider-Man on one side, all Batman on the other side, and you bring them down, you're going to come up with the ultimates for each side against each other that determines the whole thing. Or are you going to try to say this person versus, you know what I mean? How are you going to do that?
Well, I guess that could work too.
I mean,
Yeah.
whatever you want to do, Ambassador. It's your thing. But we're just putting this together now, so
Yeah, I know.
all that
Well, this is
prep
part
we
of the
did
fun.
beforehand.
This is part of the fun.
this is part of the fun.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. People are
Alright.
behind the music.
So one side Spider-Man, one side Batman. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll do
Well,
left
what we
side
could-
as
well, what we could do is because brackets would work either way, really.
yeah.
Well, because you could have the first top two rows go against each other, and then the next, and the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. Of course, nobody can see me because I'm not on camera.
That would help.
All right. So
So, yeah, well, we can go that route.
all right. So for the first matchup, who do we want to put in here? Because you said the left side we're doing Spider-Man, right? So left side Spider-Man, right side's Batman.
Yes, yeah, I'm
Okay.
good with that.
All right. So name off a matchup, folks.
Doc Ock versus Scorpion.
Doc Ock versus Scorpion. Okay, I like that.
Do you want to put it like in a random simulator?
It doesn't have that.
I mean, I could pull one up though and like put all the names in real quick, and we could just do it randomly, so we're not determining.
I
the
like it.
outcome.
I
Yeah.
like it. Do it.
Okay,
All right,
fine.
Do it.
random.
Let's get techy and creative.
Do it.
Do it.
Let's get technical. Technical. I want to get technical.
I like it. Okay, sweet. I got this up here. Oh, this is gonna be great.
All right.
This is gonna be fantastic, folks. All right, let's get. Oops. Okay.
Let's do this.
Heck yeah. Yeah, Yeah, I think this is gonna be much better. So okay.
I agree. I concur, my fellow Poindexter. And Gavin Cooley is here. Good evening, Gavin.
What's up, Gavin?
Here we go.
Let's see. Enosh, you're ready for me, sir.
Yes, hold on just a second. I just gotta I got them in here. Now I'm just putting them in order so that we can go.
See, folks, this is a very when I have so many people in here, it's nice to have so many brains besides just my own. Was what I was trying to say, essentially.
The powers of our minds are uniting.
Yes, okay. So we
No.
got all what?
See,
No.
we're more organized than the actual Legion of Doom. I believe
So we have to
I believe we could actually take down the Justice League.
Okay, so we need 3 more Spider-Man villains though.
Okay, I got you. Let me pull up the list of Spider-Man villains.
Yep.
Do we have let's see, hold on. Let me pull it up. Do you have
We don't have Vulture,
We can-
do we?
we can have Black Cat.
Vulture is in here. Vulture
yeah.
is in here.
And
Let's do it. This is what we got. We got Green Goblin. We don't have Hobgoblin.
All right, adding Hobgoblin. Okay.
yeah. And very quick to the chat, Mr. Lindell's Groovy Movies. Good evening, sir. Thank you for being here. I hope you have had a groovy day. And folks, if you have not subscribed to Mr. Lindell's channel, go look him up on YouTube under his name, Mr. Lindell's Groovy Movies, and give him a sub. He is a great channel. He has become a fast friend of the of this community, and I have much respect for him. Just like I do the rest of these spells down below me.
Do we have Electro in there?
Electro is in there. Can I just say about this? This is so cool because, like, obviously we're all in different parts of the country and we're all in different places and everything. And this is like something that I would want to do, like with my good friends, like we're on a random Friday night. And I love the fact that we're broadcasting this whole process like on the show. Because
I agree.
It's like a bunch of nerds just hanging out, going like, "Hey, who's your favorite Spider-Man build? Let's put it in brackets." Yeah,
I agree.
Awesome.
Yes.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
All right.
Do we have Shocker in there?
I think we did. I'm pretty sure we did. Let me check the private chat.
No. Nope.
No, we didn't.
All right, cool.
You want Black Hat, you said?
Unless we don't have Kraven the Hunter.
We got Kraven.
Add Kraven.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got 15. I need one more. And we have Kraven.
Big Wheel, or I walk.
Big Wheel.
Oh! Classic Comics getting a little heated. Throw a little heat. Throwing a little fire. I have never even heard of Big Wheel.
I hadn't either.
Yeah, I don't know. What? I don't know who Big Wheel is.
I don't either, so don't feel bad.
He's a thing. Google him.
I see him on the list here.
But what does he do? Is he just like a giant wheel?
It says a criminal that rides the big wheel vehicle.
He's a giant wheel. Is he a giant wheel?
He's a shapeshifter. He's like
a giant wheel. Is he a giant wheel? Maybe.
No, he doesn't become a big.
He rides the big wheel vehicle.
He drives this kind of contraption.
Okay, so essentially, he drives.
It was actually one of the first Spider-Man stories I read. That's why I remember him.
Okay.
We do not have a female on here.
I thought Black Cat was on there.
No, Black Cat is not on here yet. We have 15. And
Black Cat's more of an anti-hero than.
That's right.
Do we have Carnage
out there, guys?
Do we have Carnage?
Carnage is on here.
Okay.
This is the list. Ready? We have Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Doc Ock, Vulture, Shocker, Lizard, Sandman, Electro, Mysterio, Kraven, Kingpin, Morbius, Venom, Carnage, Scorpion.
And we need one more.
Rhino. Let's toss Rhino in there.
Yes.
We can do that.
There.
All right. So
Right.
that's 16. So let's add that to that random simulator and let's add them into here. All right.
Okay.
First matchup.
I got them all. Would you like to see me spin the wheel?
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
I have to share my screen here, and you can see me spin the wheel so that you know it's all on the up and up.
Yeah, you can just leave his wheel up so that way at the end we can pull my bracket up when it's finished.
Okay.
Are you ready? Can you see it?
Yes.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Here we go. First pick. Look at that wheel spin.
Lizard. All right.
All right, we're going to remove Lizard. We got Lizard in there. I love it. Boy, this is working out perfect. Okay.
All right. Who is he facing off against?
Update. Going to go up against Doc Ock.
Doc. Oh, that's a good matchup.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one.
Do you build it from top down or top bottom?
I'm doing I'm going matchup by matchup.
Okay, gotcha. All right. In matchup number 2, we've got Electro.
All right.
Nice one.
Yes, Electro coming in there against. Wait, we removed Lizard.
We already did Lizard.
We already did Lizard. What the heck?
Just do another spin. It's okay.
Well, you have to update. You have to remove and then update. So okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
They left Lizard in there. What the heck? It's not removing him. Versus Green Goblin.
Green Goblin. Oh.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one too, man. It's giving us all the good ones.
Okay. Let me. I'm just gonna go. Okay, so Green Goblin's out of there. I'm just gonna actually delete them from here. Give me a second. So we got that one. We got Lizard is gone. And who else did we have?
Electro versus Green Goblin.
Electro.
That was the second matchup.
Yeah, Electro is gone. Okay. And I think that was it, right? Or no, Doc Ock, right?
Yeah, Doc Ock.
Yeah,
Lizard,
yeah.
Doc Ock, Electro, and Green Goblin.
Okay. Now we got it. Now we got an updated. All right, here we go, baby. Spin that wheel.
Spin it.
Spin the wheel.
Scorpion.
Scorpion. All right. And who is he facing off against?
Scorpion is facing. I'm just gonna do this. Scorpion is facing Morbius.
Oh.
Nice.
All right, I'm just gonna spin it until we get one. I'm not gonna worry about it. So
And Gavin Cooley brings up a good one.
Sandman.
Oh,
Sandman. All right.
Sandman's gone.
Who is he up against?
I do kind of like seeing the whole thing go down. So did we have Kraven?
No,
Was that Kraven?
not yet.
No, it was Morbius. It was Morbius is gone.
Yep.
And was it Scorpion was gone?
Yep.
Yeah.
I dig this. This is fun. All right. I'm going to update it again. Look at how the names get smaller. We spin the wheel once more, and we've got Vulture.
Ooh.
All right. Next matchup. Next meme.
Yeah, heck yeah. Next matchup. Here we go. Shocker.
Woo, what a shocker.
Shocker is gone. Yeah. Okay. The names go down. Here we go. Kraven.
Oh,
man.
All right.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one.
It's going to be crazy if we get Carnage and Venom like in the first match.
Oh, man.
Dang.
Let's go.
Maximum Carnage right away. Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
Versus-
All right.
So go Spider-Man the movie or Spider-Man 2. Call it Goblin 2. Looks like a snow speeder. Rhino
versus Rhino. Oh, boy.
looks like a
That'll be interesting. That's going to be hard to like
snow skier.
because it's so different.
All right, so it comes down to Mysterio, Kingpin, Venom, and Carnage.
All right.
Oh my God!
Let's go.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, here we go.
This is going to get intense.
It's Mysterio.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Dang, this is fun. I feel like we should be playing Dungeons and Dragons with this. This is like really nerdy.
The Demogorgon.
Oh, whoop! It didn't take him out. Hold on. Dang it. Okay, now it's down to three.
You gotta remove Kraven, don't you?
What do you mean, Kraven?
Or Kingpin.
Wait, we don't have Kingpin in yet.
We don't have Kingpin in
Oh,
yet.
we don't? Okay.
Nope.
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's these three. We're down to
it's about-
Carnage, Venom, and Kingpin.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
I just left a blank one actually that time. It's Kingpin, so guess what, folks?
Venom and Carnage.
It is.
Fighting
Venom and
man.
Carnage in round 1.
That's
Yikes.
crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's
Yikes.
crazy.
Oh, boy. This is going to be bad.
Okay, let's put Batman in.
All right. So I want to show my screen to show off the Spidey side of the bracket.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll stop screen
Yeah.
there.
So here we go.
Hold on.
All right. So there's the beautiful side of the Spidey bracket. Got Spidey versus Batman Rogues. Let's get the Batman side now. Let's do this.
I didn't know I could do that. Cool.
How do you spell Ra's al Ghul? I know it's R-A...
R-A''S-G-H-U-L.
R-A''S...
Space.
G-H-U-L. That's right.
Yep.
Actually... Yeah,
Or
you're
it's
right.
A-L, right? Ra's al... A-L?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ra's al Ghul. Yes. Okay.
Because Dawson, didn't you do a video about him, about the spelling or pronunciation of his name?
Yeah,
not
that
too
was
long
a
ago?
great video, by the way. Great.
I did.
video.
That was a
Thank
good
you.
video.
Thank you.
I like the
Appreciate
fact that you determined that it was Ra's.
Well, technically it's Ra's al Ghul,
Yeah.
but Ra's is, it's the closer
close.
one.
I don't know when they started like doing all this race crap. Like that's-
Apparently the creator was Jewish, and he pronounced it Raish when he created it, and so a lot of people go with that, but, I mean, the country of
Denny
origin
O'Neill
would've-
created him, I think.
Well, that's what Ryan was saying. I don't know if that was accurate because again, it's Ryan. But the creator pronounced it as Raish. But if you look at the country of origin where it's from, like North Africa with the Arabic language says it's Ross. So
Yeah.
there we go.
So we need. We're gonna need some more Batman because
That's right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need 4 more Batman.
All right. Do we have?
Let's put Black Mask in there.
Ooh,
yes, Black Mask.
Yes, that's a good one.
Okay. Do we
Even
have
though
the
he's just a
Riddler in
guy
there?
a mask. I think we do.
No, we do not have Riddler.
Okay. Well, that's a necessity.
Riddler. Yeah, Riddler has to be in there.
Okay. And how many more do we need?
You know what? I don't think we have. Because this was the original thing. So we do not have Penguin.
Okay, put Penguin in there.
Yeah, put Penguin.
So we need one more.
Man-Bat.
Do we have?
Man-Bat.
Yeah, we have him.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could put Man-Bat.
Can we see if there's somebody better?
Solomon
Sure.
Do
Grundy.
we have Bane?
We got Bane.
Do we have
This
Bane?
is who we have. This is who we have.
Solomon Grundy.
We got Joker, Two-Face, Bane, Ra's al Ghul, Deadshot, Scarecrow, Killer
Gavin
Croc,
Cooley.
Penguin.
Do we have Clayface?
Yes. Deathstroke,
Good.
Okay.
Black Mask, Poison Ivy, Riddler, Clayface, Mr. Freeze, and Harley Quinn.
I say Solomon Grundy.
I agree.
Yeah. Let's put Solomon Grundy in there because he did face off against him sort of in The Long Halloween. Oh man, I love that story.
And he's involved in a lot of Batman stories too. Yeah.
Yes.
What about
Hush.
Hush or who's the guy who took over his persona? Who's the professor, the doctor? Oh my gosh!
Dr. Hugo Strange.
Dr. Hugo Strange.
Yes.
Those are more Batman villains.
Wait, we do have Deathstroke though, right?
We do have
Please
Deathstroke.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we have Deathstroke. Between Hugo Strange, Solomon Grundy, and Hush.
Mr. Lindell and Clock Freeman and everything bring up too. The ventriloquist or Clock King.
Yeah, but those are smaller ones. I mean, Hush, Dr. Hugo Strange. Those are like.
Let's put Hush.
I get.
Yeah, I agree with Hush.
I agree with
Yeah,
Hush,
let's go Hush.
You know, it's just such a deep thing. I mean, and Solomon Grundy, yes, I like with all due respect, Solomon Grundy may be a Batman villain, but like you got to get those main because if we're going up against Spider-Man, you got to get the main one. You know, no offense to that pick. All right,
right.
Not taken.
All right,
hey.
So, all right, awesome. So here we go, folks.
Get the wheel back on.
I'm gonna get the wheel back up here. Oh my gosh! I know. I feel like we should have like game show music in the back there.
Sorry, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Oh boy!
And the first spin. Here we go. It's gonna get interesting. Oh my god, these are more up my alley. Mr. Freeze right off the bat.
Let's go.
Yes!
Oh, with the number 1 seed. Oh my gosh, Mr. Freeze is the number 1 seed right off the bat.
All right.
Yes.
You know that makes our host very, very happy. All right, here we go. Who's Mr. Freeze taking on? Harley Quinn.
Ooh.
Oh,
I smell bloodbath. And I am happy. I smell bloodbath.
I would not be happy if I were you, sir. I would not be happy at all. Oh my gosh, no.
It's gonna be an interesting debate.
We'll
get to that part. We'll get to that part.
We'll get to that part. We'll get to that part, dude. But okay. Ra's al Ghul.
Ooh, against who?
Al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. Darkness falls across the land. Ra's al Ghul is quite at hand. All right, here we go. Penguin.
All right. Oh my goodness.
There's a bloodbath.
Oh yeah, that's not even close.
Yes.
Do we just want to put Ra's al Ghul ahead already?
Just for the sake of filling it in, we might as well fill it in. But oh my gosh, jeez. Yeah, that's
wow.
That one ain't going far.
No.
Okay.
You know, for the Batman villains, well, never mind. We've already done everybody. It's too late now.
All right.
You want a wild card on each side?
No.
Who were you gonna say though?
Joel Schumacher.
Oh, hey now.
I'm sure, filthy tongue.
Oh,
That was
man.
not
I'd
his
say more
fault.
George Clooney.
Yeah, George Clooney would be more so.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hush.
Ooh. Hush. All right. Next matchup.
I didn't mean to just hush that comment. I meant
Who's Hush
Versus?
playing against?
Hush versus.
Oh, okay. So get that up now.
Scarecrow.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a
that's
good
actually-
one.
That's a good.
That's
Doctor
a good
versus
matchup.
doctor.
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 And here we go. It's Killer Croc.
All right.
Ooh, that's gonna be a tricky one.
I love technology, man.
Who
Yes,
will
technology
take
is a
down
good
the Croc?
Croc
Yeah.
Johnson.
2
What?
seconds.
Poison Ivy.
You beat me
Oh, Poison Ivy. Ooh.
against 2.
Killer Croc.
Oh,
That might be an interesting matchup, actually.
Yeah,
maybe.
Trying to figure that one out. Oh my gosh. Here we go. It's getting smaller and smaller. Deadshot.
Shots.
All right.
And watch it
Deadshot
take
versus
it.
Deathstroke. Deadshot versus Deathstroke.
That's what I was about to say.
That'd be a good. That'll be an interesting match.
No,
Yeah, it would.
We put in Death Sport.
Death Sport.
Black Mask.
Black
Ooh.
You eliminated Deathstroke instead of Deadshot.
Oh.
Oh,
We have to redo it. We have to redo it.
wait, hold on. Wait, what? Who did we
You
have?
took out Deathstroke instead of Deadshot.
I thought it was Deathstroke.
No, we had Deadshot.
Yeah, we had
Okay, so I
Deadshot
got
again.
Deadshot. Okay, so we'll redo that one then. So Deathstroke is still in.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's
Deathstroke's
probably
still in.
because you said Deathstroke right as I
Right.
because you were hoping for the 2. Okay, so that was all okay. Update
All
it.
right.
We'll do it again. All right, here we go.
Man, I am
Joker.
Joker. Ooh.
Oh.
So who is that?
Deadshot versus Joker.
Oh, that's
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
I am so glad I came up with this idea. I'm so glad you all agreed to do it. No, I'm
fun.
serious.
I'm liking this. This is fun.
Two-Face.
Two-Face, all right.
Ooh, oh boy.
Well, I'm getting an idea because I used to do on my old radio show. I used to do a thing called Versus, and I did that with Johnny Pop not too long ago. We did Mike Zero thumbnails, and I'm thinking.
I remember that.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking like something like this might be a little bit more interactive and interesting. You know, do kind of random
Yeah.
stuff here. So this is great all around, guys. It's giving us great ideas. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, we got just a few
just-
guys left.
Just take 2 seconds. I just want to
Okay.
say hello to a good friend of the channel, Nancy V33. Nancy, good to see you.
What's
Hope
up,
you're
Nancy?
doing well. And thank you for being here, ma'am.
Yes,
It's been a while. Glad you're back. All right,
we
go ahead.
got
guys.
Riddler.
Ooh, Two-Face versus
Oh.
Riddler.
Ooh.
Oh boy, that's gonna be intense.
Yeah.
This may be a 3-hour stream.
That's a lot of psychological
right?
problems.
You're trying to
You
talk
think?
all this stuff out. Deathstroke.
Deathstroke,
Hmm.
all right. Who is he going to destroy?
So the question is Deathstroke's either taking on Bane, Black Mask, or Clayface?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Bane versus Clayface would be interesting. Here we go.
Yeah.
What are we gonna get? Bane.
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 Which
Deathstroke versus
means
Bane. What are
we
the other
got
2?
Black Mask and Clayface.
Clayface. Oh boy. Well,
Mask.
that could be interesting, but I don't know.
Let me see. Let's make sure we don't have any repeats here.
don't.
Looks like we are good. All right, so
Okay,
you can go ahead and share my screen.
There we go.
It's a going.
All right, that is a beautiful bracket. Look at that.
That's great.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty, pretty, pretty.
I
All
feel
right.
pretty. Oh, so
So
pretty.
pretty.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Yeah, Gavin Cooley points out a really good point. Like we missed the biggest Batman villain of all.
Superman. Yeah, but he's a hero.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
There we go. All right. So, should we start with? Want to start with the
There we
Spider-Man
go.
side first?
Yeah, we can, or we can start with the bad. I don't care.
All right. Since we fill out the Spider-Man one, we can do that one first. Or fill that one out first. We can do this one first.
And you know the
All
great
right.
thing about this, guys? Like maybe once a month we could do this for other heroes.
Yeah.
Be fun.
That'd be dope.
Definitely.
Do this, have this like as an ongoing series of streams that we do. Maybe, like I said, we don't want to do it more than once a month because it would lose.
You'd run out really fast.
Yeah, so once a month, I think we hope we can get ACS and we can get Zod in here and everything. And, I mean, this is a great panel. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys.
We're not enough for you.
So offended.
Ha 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 ha! Funny.
All right, so
and hey, maybe we can get Bad Take Ryan to drag his scrawny carcass in here. Just saying.
Oh man.
He's not good enough for the ambassador. He's too good for the ambassadorial wing. He's like,
Oh man. All right, so we
All
got
right.
Lizard versus Doc Ock first.
yes.
Got this matchup. So you have, of course, Lizard Man, who's genetically enhanced with a serum, and you got Doc Ock, who's strong with the robotic legs and super intelligent.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, they're both intelligent, but unfortunately for Doc Connors, he loses intelligence once he becomes a lizard. Unless I'm
Yeah,
Well,
Kirk
like,
Connors.
You
Yeah.
kind of need to decide: are we doing the movie version or the comic version of Lizard? Because the
Oh.
Lizard version of the comic version of Lizard isn't really intelligent.
Right.
The movie version is.
It's a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, but we only got one movie with him, I think, wasn't it? Wasn't it the first Amazing Spider-Man?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to you all. What do you all think? Should we go movie or comic?
I feel like it could just get tricky. So why not just like overall?
Okay. So have it like
I don't know. What do you guys think?
okay.
Because
well,
if we go
if we're-
both, then someone would be like, "Well, in the comics, that's not how it happened, but in the movies, that's not how
Right.
it happened." So it
Right.
can be.
yeah.
I think we do have to pick one. Classic
I
makes
think
a
the
good point.
comic character has more history behind it.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I
I say
I'd go Doc Ock.
Oh, so you're picking.
as I'm gonna have to say Doc Ock because even with
I just
can't
I just
lizards
think-
regrow limbs or regenerate?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can regenerate limbs. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, he's got more powers, but I just think Doc Ock is more intelligent. Doc Ock has the robotic limbs. I just see him like tearing
Oh,
Lizard apart in a
yeah.
fight. I mean, there's sentient limbs, aren't they?
And even if he couldn't do that, like he would draw Lizard into a trap because the Lizard loses intelligence when it becomes the Lizard.
Yeah.
So I might have to agree with Doc Ock.
Yeah, I think Doc Ock probably.
Yeah.
All right, so
And
that's
just
a majority.
real quick to the chat, Mr. Lindo brings up a real good idea too.
Hmm.
This would be a cool with sci-fi mashups.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
yeah,
really
yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
And this is a name I have never seen in the chat before. Sugar Death Kiss. Welcome. Thank you
That's my
for
wife.
tuning in.
Good
Huh?
to see
That's
you.
my wife. That's my wife.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Your wife tunes into your streams. That's really cool. Mine doesn't.
This Madam Ambassador doesn't tune into my streams. Well, she may, but she just doesn't say anything.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dawson, my wife tunes into my streams enough to see your merch and want to buy it. So there you go.
Yes. Yes. I've done my job.
Alright. Okay, so round one goes to the Doc. Unfortunately, it's Doc Ock, not Doc Connors. So,
Yep. So now we got
All right.
Electro versus Green Goblin.
Oh man.
okay. Again, which are we just gonna go with comic version of
I think that's probably best.
okay. Yeah. Well, just for the sake of argument, let's go with the comic book iterations of all these characters on both sides rather than
So I
Movie
will
seekers.
say this. I will say this. So I'm not a big Marvel guy. So a lot of my background on some of these characters, I mean, I do know who these characters are. I have read comic books with them, but as
Yeah.
far as knowing a lot of their power sets and maybe some of the deep, things on the Marvel side, I'm not going to know some of that stuff. So
Okay.
and that's
just so you
okay.
know.
That's
so
why.
a lot of my stuff is going to be based on what I know outside of that.
Right.
And that's okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Well, that's
this
why
one-
we've got. Go ahead, Dawson.
In this one, personally, I have to say Green Goblin kind of wins in a landslide.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah.
Because like even though Electro has electric powers, like Green Goblin has so many weapons and abilities at his disposal, and he's extremely intelligent, and he is crazy maniacal, but he has his bombs and he has his glider. He has all these different weapons.
Yeah, he's got a nice little cavalcade, or he's got.
I mean,
he's got
not to compare him to necessarily Batman's villains, but he's kind of. I mean, he is Spider-Man's kind of like main guy.
Yeah,
Green Goblin,
and he's kind of Joker-esque in that kind of way.
Joker with more weapons and more advanced weapons.
Yeah. I mean, probably more. I don't know about more weapons because Joker's got a lot of weapons, but probably more mobile.
Advanced.
More mobile because he's got the glider and he's kind of like known for that, and everything. It's kind of
What do you think, Classic?
Probably Goblin. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the majority. Yeah.
There we go. So Green Goblin beats out Electro. So next round's gonna be Doc Ock versus Green Goblin. Oh man.
Wow, that's gonna be a good one.
All right. This round is Scorpion versus Morbius. The vampire versus the Scorpion.
I'm gonna have to say Morbius.
Yeah, I think
I can agree.
I would agree Morbius.
Yeah, because
Scorpion, like as cool as he is, Morbius is a vampire.
Yeah, essentially. So
he has a weakness
even
as a vampire, but he still has the strengths of a vampire as well.
Yeah. I think if Spider-Man villains suffer from anything, it's that some of them are literally just like guys, yes, with power sets, but they're in like kind of silly costumes. I mean, like when I think of like Scorpion, I don't really take Scorpion very seriously a lot of times. Like even reading him in the comics because he's got the costume. Like I put him and Rhino. And I mean, Vulture I take more seriously than any of those. But you know what I mean? I mean, does that make sense? Like that?
It does.
Even though they're cool. I mean, even like Doc Ock to a sense, like a lot of his villains kind of have that animal theme shtick. I mean, which makes sense if Kraven is going after him, I guess. But I mean, it's a lot of them that they just have that. That kind of animal shtick to him that's kind of like, okay, but yeah.
So are we saying Morbius?
I think we all said more. I didn't hear what Classic said, but I think 4 of us said Morbius.
Yeah, I'll go with Morbius.
Well, here's the other thing too. You gotta remember with Morbius, he's part vampire. He does have the ability to mesmerize and hypnotize and all those other things. So he can play around with Scorpion's brain. And let's be candid, Maxwell Gargan wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed before he got in the suit, and even less so.
Yeah.
And just real quick to the chat, Nancy V. Nancy. No, unfortunately, we don't have any female villains in this because we kind of deliberated. Oh, is there?
They're on
Batman's
Batman's
side. Harley Quinn. Yeah, Harley Quinn.
We got Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy.
Yeah, we've got those
did
two.
we? Yeah, we have Poison Ivy. Yeah,
we got Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. And I did campaign for Black Cat. I will say I can't.
Yeah, he politicked. Well, we decided that she was more of an anti-hero than she was a pure villain.
Yeah. So
because I even think Catwoman. I mean, even though I know Catwoman, I think falls into villain. You know what I mean? Like even regardless of what Batman or what the Dark Knight Rises or whatever wants to make us think that they just live happily ever after. I just don't see Batman and Catwoman living happily ever after because they are on different sides of the coin.
Yeah, I don't see them settling down.
Yeah, and I do agree with that.
They had those romantic trysts, and they get together, but at the end of the day, they're not getting. To me, I mean, I know in the comic book they ended up getting married. Didn't they get married, or was it foiled or something?
False alarm. It was a bait and switch.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Okay, so next we have Sandman and Vulture.
I'm gonna have to go Vulture.
I go with Sandman here.
Sandman.
Ooh.
I got to go Sandman too.
So that's the majority.
I like Vulture. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say Sandman's fought the Hulk.
Right.
Good point.
Power set alone, Sandman. I mean, if you put him in reality, like Vulture's great and all, and he's very smart, but Sandman, I mean, can transform himself into stuff that in reality isn't going to be overpowered by a guy with wings.
Right, makes sense.
Very true. Yeah, I would agree.
So now you got Shocker and Kraven.
That's a good even match right there.
I'd go with Kraven.
I would go with Craven too because
Same.
this is like the apex predator, and he's gonna figure out a way. He's stalk Elektra or Shocker, and he's gonna figure out his weaknesses, and then he's to exploit them.
Right. Yeah, I can agree with that.
I go Craven.
Why?
I go Craven.
Shocker's an idiot anyway.
Yeah.
You're
So
not
Craven
partic-
wins.
Okay, I'm gonna quote this, and if you guys don't get this, that's fine. You're not particularly bright. You're dressed in the manner of a male prostitute. You try to be witty and everything, but your cliches just come off as trite.
That sounds familiar. Oh man.
Mystery Man.
That's true, man.
Nice. Okay, so let's see. Here we got Hobgoblin and Rhino.
Well, again, in terms of power, Rhino's more powerful. He's another guy who's fought the Hulk. a few
Right.
times.
Like strength.
Oh, it's
the
Rhino versus
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin
Well,
and Rhino.
Well, now here's the question: is it Hobgoblin that's just the guy in the mask, or is it Hobgoblin the demon? Because there is two
No, that-
versions.
That's Demogoblin.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it?
Right.
Is
That's
that a
a
separate
different
character? Okay.
That sounds so
I
close
don't know,
to
I just-
hemoglobin.
I feel like Hobgoblin's just smarter because I just don't think that Rhino has a power set. But like, unlike Sandman just being able to pulverize somebody, like I feel like against Vulture, I feel like Hobgoblin would be able to
Maneuver around.
around it and like hit him with various weapons and things like that would break him down after a while.
Better. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I would say because even as much of a tank as Rhino is, eventually a tank runs out of gas.
Right. And his main thing is like brute strength and speed, but like again, like I was just saying, the arsenal and intelligence of Hobgoblin I think wins at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, how many people said Hobgoblin?
I think we all did.
Yeah, I think
Okay. Hobgoblin. All right. Next is Mysterio and Kingpin.
Ooh.
I think Mysterio because he has all the tricks.
That's true. He could confuse Kingpin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
the
think
question,
so.
but here's the thing. Kingpin has an incredibly powerful mind. I mean, this is a guy that is has a lot of tactical ability to him. And I think he would figure out a way to break Mysterio's illusions. And
I agree with that. actually.
I'm gonna have to say, I mean, yeah, Mysterio can play with you psychologically, but considering everything that Kingpin has accomplished in his life, I mean, he basically worked himself up from nothing.
Right.
And he's had a lot of
Yeah, he ain't no dummy.
no,
No,
he's
I,
by no
I feel
means.
like, I feel like Mysterio is like a lot of smoke and mirrors, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, like Kingpin would find a way and take him out.
I'm gonna have to agree. I'm going to say Kingpin on this one.
Oh, Dawson, that means it comes down to you, doesn't it?
I think I will have to agree with Kingpin now that I think about it. It just makes sense. So, Kingpin.
That's the closest one so far. That's the one where that's the first one where we've had a 2-2.
Oh, this one's going to be even closer. This one's going to be even closer.
Oh my god.
Venom and Carnage.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Personally, I think I'm going to have to go with Carnage in this one.
Yeah.
It's because Cletus Cassidy, he's a psychotic killer, whereas Eddie Brock, he's a journalist who, like, of course, has some evil tendencies, of course, with the Venom symbiote. But Carnage, like a symbiote paired with a psychotic killer, is a recipe for disaster.
Exactly.
Well, you go to the comics. What happened though in Maximum Carnage?
Oh,
they
freak.
end up defeating Carnage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say, okay, I get what y'all are saying in terms of the psychotic element for Carnage.
Yeah, on paper.
But the thing you have to remember is Venom was basically the
Right.
what's the word I want? Yes, the root of Carnage. So Venom is going to know how to screw around with Venom, because if you think about it, Venom has shown that he can be tactical. He can, although it's not like high level tactics, but he can be tactical. So I'm going to have to say that Venom can screw around with Carnage and get him into a position where he's got him and can take him out.
Yeah, I feel like Venom. I feel like the longer the fight goes, the more you got to give it to Venom.
I would have to agree.
Because Venom is going to prolong it. Venom's going to distract Carnage, and Carnage is, I think, actually what makes Carnage a viable villain, but also is one of his weaknesses is that he goes all in. He's crazy. He's insane. So he doesn't really have the tactical part down. Yes, he will murder you flat out and not even think about it. But as far as putting together a plan, as far as having a plan of attack, maybe, and really trying to tear that down, I feel like Venom would have a better plan of attack and be like Ambassador said, be ready for that fight. And I know that on paper it just feels like because he's crazy and he's like just a flat out cold killer that he would win. But I got to go Venom.
Okay,
I have to agree. So if we reach consensus,
I didn't hear anything else from anybody else though.
No, I mean, you guys make a good point, though. I mean, just like we were talking about Rhino versus Hobgoblin. Was that it?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, Rhino would rip him apart if he got his hands on him, but tactically speaking, I guess you guys make a good point.
Yeah, I can't really choose. I guess Venom's fine.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to go with that. Man, that was such a tough one.
Way to go there. I know you can't see me down here, but I'm giving you a high five there, Ambassador.
Sorry.
Through Dawson and through everybody.
High five.
Whoa! Feel the ripple. What's going on down here? What's going on down here?
And Mr.
All right.
Ripple, we'll see you later, man. You have a good night, sir. Thank you for being here. And
so that's the first round of Spidey. Should we go to the first round of Batman?
Oh, you want to skip over that? Yeah. Let's do that. I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm good.
We can go back and forth.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So first up, we have Mr. Freeze and Harley Quinn.
I think you all know
Mr. Freeze.
I'm gonna have to agree, Mr. Freeze. Of course,
I think so too.
Really? Man, I got to go Harley. And the reason why is because I just feel Mr. Freeze. He's the gun.
He's more than the gun.
Like he's a what's it called?
He's a tactician.
He's technically, but he's also a biochemist.
Yeah, but but how is biochemistry going to help when you're literally facing a crazy psychotic chick who wants to
it's the same argument. It's the same argument with Venom and
so that you're exposed to the heat.
It's the same argument with Venom and Carnage. Like Harley Quinn's crazy, but Venom,
but Freeze has got the brains.
Right. Mr. Freeze has got the tactical stuff.
And he's also got that. You have to remember that suit and everything. Yeah, he does have a vulnerability with the suit, but he also has a great advantage over her.
I just feel like his I mean, you guys go, but I just feel like his vulnerabilities are a lot greater, and he's got a lot less of a weaponry to pull from. Plus, the idea that a lot of the Joker's schemes, it was established, were actually Harley's ideas. So that's something to consider too.
Because she was a psychologist. So
yes, she was. She was a psychologist. She gets in your brain. She can totally break you down the same way.
I don't think you do that with Freeze. And I've got people in the chat who are saying no way. Nancy's saying that Harley wouldn't be able to ice him. And Gavin saying Mr. Freeze would destroy her. I'm going to have to agree because if you really think about it, this first matchup with the Batman is like the last match with the Spider.
No, you're reading Nancy's comment wrong, dude. She's saying no way. Harley Quinn would kick his ice butt into pieces.
Okay.
Me and Nancy are on the same page here. I think you're making the mistake. If you watch the Harley Quinn cartoon, I think you're making the same mistake that all the villains that when she's trying to get into the Legion of Doom, all those villains, they don't take her seriously and they don't think that she's anything on her own without the Joker. And I'm just making my case here. But I'm just saying they all think that she's that way when in reality, Harley, you people forget that she's a psychologist, that like she literally breaks people down both mentally, physically, and she's very cunning and agile, and the way that she fights, and all of those things that are at her disposal. I feel like Mr. Freeze, yes, he's cunning. He's a doctor, but he's a doctor with an ice gun and a huge vulnerability. Like the second that suit has a crack in it, he's down.
Well, it's not the suit; it's just the helmet and everything, because the suit's reinforced. It's the helmet that's vulnerable. But didn't he come to? Well, no, just real quick.
Yeah,
and Enosh, I'm not saying none of the points you're saying are invalid.
What I love about this is Batman villains are going to be a whole lot harder because each one has a much better. They're much better written. Even the ones that you think just on the surface aren't. There's a lot more down there deep, than I think.
Well, and if you want to go that route, I mean, there's a lot more to Mr. Freeze than just his gun. I mean, let's be candid here. Yes. He's a biochemist, but he also is a cryogenist, and that means he has a very high intellect. And I'm not saying Harley's dumb; she's not dumb, but I would think that any of the, except maybe if she goes after Nora, but if this is post Nora being dead and being gone, and he's just I think that
so you bring up another really good point with that, because also Mr. Freeze, basically his motivation for doing everything that he's done
is Nora,
is his wife.
Yeah.
So I mean, in every incarnation that I've seen of Mr. Freeze, basically he's not really evil. He's not really bad. He's been trying to do something to either bring his wife back. So it's like, it's good. And the biggest vulnerability that he has is anytime anybody gets their hands on his wife, takes his wife into captivity, like hides his wife on him, he like becomes like he can't do anything. It kind of cripples him. That's just
no, and that's all valid. But I still say he's got too many edges on Harley too. I don't see her overcoming that cybernetic strength on his suit, because he gets her hands on her in 2 seconds. He can snap her neck like a twig.
Yeah, but Rhino's got a suit too.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, but
Rhino, he's kind of a dummy.
Thing is that
I get it. Why? Yeah, but she's also a gymnast.
You can only bounce around for so long until he's going to get you. I mean, she's
got a sledgehammer. He's got a sledgehammer
and
to break that
freeze.
dome.
And he doesn't necessarily have to land a blow with his freeze ray. If he just lands a blast and everything on the ground and everything, he can pretty much turn the area into a giant ice rink, and all that gymnastics really jack.
Well, how about we just put it to a vote? Let's just do that.
No, we had good art. That was a good conversation though for that.
Oh yeah. A lot of good points.
Okay, so down the road, y'all know who I'm going to vote for, Mr. Freeze. So
I love Nancy. She'd use her sex appeal.
I doubt that would work.
Hold on, no. Hold on, wait, hold on. She would dress up as Nora and show up and totally get in his head and cripple him for being able to do anything to her.
I think he's smarter than that, though.
I've seen when they've done it. They've done that in stories with him, and it cripples him because he can't pull the trigger on his own wife, what he feels because he's in his own head. Just saying. All right,
I'm still sticking with Freeze.
I have to. It's very close, but just barely Mr. Freeze for me. I'm sorry, Enosh. I know. Right. I agree with all your points.
No, you got. It's all right. It's all good.
Hey, we're all still friends here. Superior, Classic. What say you?
Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I agree with Freeze.
All right. I'll be the lone man. That's all right. My wife. Hey, you know what? You know what I'll say too? You know what I'll say too? I'm probably the only guy here whose wife cosplays as Mr. Freeze, so I might be a little bit more attached than everybody else.
Enosh walks a lonely road, the only one that he will ever know.
But my wife dresses up as Harley Quinn, and I think you all know what that means. So there you go.
I'd rather not. Thank you.
So,
hey, Mr. J.
So this round is a lot easier. Ra's al Ghul versus the Penguin. Can we just say Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah.
That's not even a question.
The penguin trips into the Lazarus pit. You can't kill him.
Oh gosh, yeah, not even close. All right, so that moves us to Hush versus Scarecrow.
I go with Scarecrow here.
Yeah, I gotta go Scarecrow.
I agree.
Yeah, I'd have to say Scarecrow for sure.
As cruel as Hush is, Scarecrow has the advantage with the fear toxin, and
Yes.
yeah,
And
he's more
and
ruthless.
Ruthless? Whew. That's an understatement, but yes.
Right. All right. So with that, we have Killer Croc versus Poison Ivy.
You know what? I'm gonna buck the trend. I'm gonna say Poison Ivy.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wow, that was an easy one.
Okay.
For a
maybe I
lot of
didn't
the same,
recommend-
for a lot of the same reasons that I pick Harley over Mr. Freeze, actually.
Well, and plus Poison Ivy has the ability to just simply get in people's heads with the spores.
Exactly.
And control people.
Yeah.
So
And she's like, "Come here, Crocky, come here," and she just plants a big one right on his face and kills him.
yeah, pretty much.
Or he
All
bites
right.
her head off.
So a lady won. Let's go. A lady won. That's good. We got Deadshot versus Joker now.
Oh.
Man.
Deadshot versus
I actually go with Deadshot myself.
Deadshot
Yeah,
versus
fighting wise, I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
Deadshot would shoot Joker, and then it would turn out that wasn't the real Joker, and Joker would kill him.
I'm not
Because
Joker.
Joker would be about 5 steps ahead of Deadshot, even though Deadshot would think that he had the upper hand. Joker
Because
would fool him
Deadshot is arrogant.
Yep, he would fool him into thinking
I'm
that
gonna
he had the upper hand, and then just
I'm
totally
gonna
kill him.
have to say Joker. I mean, we're talking Batman's oldest villain, the crown prince of crime. I'm sorry, Joker, easily.
Man, I might be changing mine.
Then the question you got to ask is which of the three? Great story, by the way, going on right now.
I might have to change mine to Joker.
There you go.
We all in agreement?
Yeah, that's 3.
Yes.
I say Deadshot, but I guess I'm outvoted, I think. So
Yeah. I definitely see your point with Deadshot. I definitely see your point. But like after what things they said, it made me think a little bit. It's like, I don't know. Because Joker is, although he is crazy, he definitely is a lot smarter. I mean, he sometimes even outsmarts Batman.
Yep.
So like, which is impressive. Now you have Two-Face versus the Riddler.
Now, see, that's a good matchup. But I'd have to go Riddler.
Same. Because he draw Two-Face into a trap. And Two-Face, I mean, he's smart. I mean, of course, he's a district attorney and he's a mob boss and he knows how to get stuff done. But he's not on the intellectual level of the Riddler. As crazy as the Riddler is, like, he's freaking crazy smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and Zebrafed and ACS are in the chat. ACS, if you haven't, everything, the link is in the chat room over on Twitter. So, and Zebrafed, welcome, a friend. Ryan, good to see you, bud.
I love how you did it. Like, ACS, if you want to join, the link is over there.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, what's going on? How you doing, man?
All right.
Actually, I will say, Ryan, when I started looking at it, I already kind of thought that too.
Ryan, as far as I know, you're still in that chat room. So if you want to join us, Ryan, by all means, do so.
And Ryan, I will say this: we already have had some surprises where, like, once we've talked about this and like really thought it out, it may not go down the way that you think it's going to go down.
There he is. So. There he is. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ambassadorial wing, making his first appearance, popping his ambassadorial cherry, ACS of ACS Universe.
Yo,
Hey, he's got the hats.
Yo,
Check us out. Check us out. We're the triplets, baby.
I'm taking over.
I'll soon have mine. In a couple weeks.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
And then we'll be the quadruplets. That is right.
Yes.
I'm telling you what, man. This hat. I'm looking for a word. Anthony, I can't quite figure out what word. Maybe if Ambassador brought you up, so we just saw you up here. Maybe you could come up with a word for us all wearing our hat.
I think I can do that.
Enos, I think the word that you were looking for is complete and utter fires. Well,
the fact you're wearing my hat with a Batflick shirt just completes the entire look. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Anthony ACS, welcome
Yes,
to the
yes.
Ambassador Wing, as we
Sorry
said.
about, about my lateness, dude. Work was
hey.
crazy today.
As you said to Nicotina last night, what's with the lateness, son?
I did say that to him last night. Yeah.
Hey, just real quick, Zebrafett, you're still in the chat room over on Twitter. If you want to join us, by all means, join us. I don't have an M1 hat. Superior Hero and Classic
What did he say? He
Comics
can't
don't
come
have
because he doesn't have a Nimwa.
He's not in the club.
Ryan.
Wait,
I told you, Ryan, I'm
Yes,
gonna
I do.
grab up on some of those Zebrafett leggings I saw on your Teespring, man.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna buy some of those leggings just for the fun. We've got Poindexter Lounge leggings too because my wife wanted me to put them in there and she never bought them. So like I don't know what the deal is. Like I just want you got to get creative with the leggings, like where you put the logo though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where do you put the logo on the leggings? That's the question.
You got to have it in words down the side. That's what you got to do.
I know,
All
but
right.
man. Dang.
Okay, guys, we
All
get
right,
it.
where are we at?
We have merch. We get
All
it.
right.
And just a real quick introduction. ACS, the two gentlemen below me, above you. This is Superior Hero Reviews and Classic
What's up,
Comics.
Superior?
They're both
what's up, dude?
Classic was good, man.
Hey, what's up?
they're both huge comic nerds, or just geeks in general, and
I mean, otherwise they wouldn't be here probably.
Yeah.
essentially. And
All right.
ACS, it is a pleasure, and indeed it is an honor to have
Thanks for
you
having
on
me,
here.
man. Yes.
Hey,
Thanks for having me.
anytime. We've already been talking about this and everything. We may turn this into a once a month deal where we toss together 2 Rogues galleries and we just go at it.
Yeah, nice. So where we at? I'm looking at it here.
So the first round of Spidey is done. So the first round, I guess the second round will involve Doc Ock versus Green Goblin, Morbius versus Sandman, Kraven versus Hobgoblin,
Okay.
and Kingpin versus Venom.
Nice.
And we're in the middle of the first round with Batman, and we decide Mr. Freeze beat Harley Quinn, Ra's al Ghul beat Penguin, Scarecrow beat Hush, Poison Ivy beat Killer Croc in a surprise defeat, Joker beat Deadshot, and Riddler beat Two-Face. And now we're on Deathstroke versus Bane.
Okay, so is this like more of a who would win in a fight or
Yeah.
Okay.
Who would win in a fight?
I got you.
Deathstroke versus Bane.
Deathstroke versus Bane.
No weapons. It'll be Bane all day.
Yeah, no weapons, Bane.
no
I'm
weapons,
after
Bane.
agree.
That's not even a conversation. If there's
But-
no weapons, Bane.
But we haven't set that precedent of no weapons though, because
Touche.
weapons is what helps Green Goblin and Hobgoblin in their
That's
battles.
true. That's true.
So we gotta give Deathstroke
I'm
his
gonna-
weapons.
I'm gonna say even with weapons, I'm gonna say Bane.
Really?
Because he is
Really?
because for the simple fact he is just as good a tactician, if not maybe better than Deathstroke.
Wait.
would say that you're going to let me win.
I think Deathstroke
Yes.
would just cut his Venom lines
Yes,
and deep.
yeah.
Yeah,
If-
I agree.
if he
I
was
Well,
able to-
no.
if he-
Now here's the question though: is this Bane with Venom or or Bane post Venom? Because there is a version of him where he doesn't have the Venom anymore, but he's still super strong.
well, the classic, the most common one
yeah.
is him with the
Yeah.
Venom.
I gotta go Deathstroke too.
Same.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Because he's faster. He's got the weapons. Again, he's got the ability to like cut the lines and everything.
Heck yeah.
And he
heck
does
yeah.
have the healing factor. We can't forget that.
He does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, we all in agreement?
Yeah.
I think so.
Deathstroke.
Yeah.
All right, Deathstroke beats out Bane, and now we got Black Mask versus Clayface.
Clayface.
I'm gonna say Clayface.
Agreed.
Clayface. Clayface all
Sounds
day.
pretty easy.
Clayface,
He
yeah.
just smothers him, and he's like, "Help! I can't breathe. Help!
But I'm a thespian.
You're not a particularly good one." Okay, piece of
All right, so the first round of both is done. Now it's the second round of Spidey.
On
Here we go.
round 2. Fight.
Doc Ock versus the Green Goblin.
I'm gonna have to say Doc Ock.
I think I gotta go Doc Ock too, actually.
Really?
Yeah, in a fight, yeah.
I'd have to agree.
We're not taking
Wow.
anything away from Green Goblin, right? He's got
Right,
No.
right.
hoverboard. He's got his grenades. He can keep his distance from Doc Ock.
That's true.
Lobbing grenades at him,
That's very true.
coming
That's
in.
true.
Yeah,
If he keeps
but-
his distance, I'd give it to Green Goblin if he keeps his distance.
Yeah.
Because his
gonna help
glider
you.
does shoot missiles too.
We can't. Yeah. Well, we can't take anything from Green Goblin because we didn't take anything from Deathstroke. So
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, I'm gonna go Green Goblin, man.
Yeah, I mean one missile, I guess. Yeah, and I mean that's pretty much
Because
it.
he's still a human with the robotic legs, so like it's not like he's got an invulnerability.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna end up with like robotic arms just laying there on the ground and like.
I might have to agree. Yeah,
A massive
Goblin.
flesh just there. Just
But
like-
hey, by the way, great way to turn us all around there, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well done.
I have to agree. I really have to agree.
because there were 3 right off the bat for
Yeah.
Doc Ock, and I think
Yeah.
there was a 4th coming. And man, you just like turned the tide. That's good stuff right there.
Right on.
That's good negotiation.
Yes.
It is. Good job. I have to agree.
Now we got Morbius and Sandman.
Morbius for me. He's a
I'm gonna
I
vampire.
say Sandman.
I'm gonna have to say Morbius.
Only
Because he's
reason
still-
I'm saying Morbius is because he hides out in the shadows. You know, because Sandman's not Sandman all the time, right? Well, I mean, he is, but he's not, morphing
the
himself into shit all the time. It's not a hand-to-hand combat. Or is it? Are we how are we breaking it down?
Well, here's the thing. Morbius can play mind games with Sandman, and he's vulnerable to that. I mean,
That's
this
true.
is literally a guy that just can turn himself into sand. Even if he turns himself into sand, guess what?
Well, but
Morbius
he
is
already
still-
is sand. So here's the question:
Okay.
if you stab him, you can't kill him
Right.
because he's sand.
It's not like
Fair
Morbius
enough.
can drink his blood or anything.
Right. It's
Yeah.
true.
So
But
I'm just wondering,
here's
like,
the-
because
but
I would
here's
go
the thing.
Morbius too, except for I mean, literally, I was leaning Morbius, but like I'm just wondering, like, and you guys can tell me, those of you who know more about Sandman than I do, like, what is Sandman's vulnerability?
His
Water.
kids, right? Or water, yeah.
If you can trick him into like falling into a pond or into water, he kind of turns into this kind of mud creature, or he'll dissipate.
Clayface.
But other than
Or-
that, there's nothing-
Or if he tricks him into mixing himself with Quickcrete and you
yeah,
put water on
Yeah.
him.
other
that
than
could
that,
work.
there's really nothing Morbius can do to hurt him.
That's pretty specific. Like,
Well, that was a
But
comic.
Morbius.
That was a comic that I read that
Oh,
that
was it?
Spider-Man did that.
Oh, okay,
So-
I was gonna
Here's
say
the
that's
thing.
pretty specific. Like,
Yeah.
But here's the
quick
thing.
read.
But here's the thing: Morbius can play those mind games with him, and Sandman's going to fall for it, even if he morphs himself into his sand form. If he's not just looking like a normal human being,
But couldn't he sandblast him, like where he just like? I mean, dude, I
Well-
got a friend who accidentally sandblasted his own arm, and like
Ooh,
it,
that's not fun.
like, dude, it tore up his arm. Like he literally like
Yeah, but
almost
here's-
lost his arm, like his hand.
Because
because of the
sandblasting's no
sandblasting.
joke.
It
Sandblasting's
is
no joke.
no joke. And I'm
Yeah.
just wondering, like, I get it that he's undead, but like
well, but here's the
if
thing
you
too.
sandblast him, his whole body.
Maybe if he can locate him, because here's the thing, Morbius, yeah, he can play the mind games, but he also blends into his environment. Am I incorrect in saying that?
Who
Morbius.
blend
I
into his own
I
environment?
think that's
You
Blend
mean
into
like
the
having
environment.
chameleon abilities? I mean, no, he
Not
doesn't have that.
no.
Well, we
not
forgot about
chameleon
Chameleon too, huh?
No, not chameleon abilities, but like if it's dark, if the shadows, he's a vampire. He has a basic vampire set of abilities, and one of the things that they can do is
Yeah.
they can like blend into the darkness essentially, and just
Right.
he can play mind games with him. He can trip him up and eventually get him where he's vulnerable and take him out. That's
And-
That's my question. How does he take him out?
right.
And another
He gets
thing
him
to
into-
consider here, is Morbius isn't actually undead. He's
okay.
he becomes this kind of creature because he has this rare disease and he tries to cure it, and it kind of mutates him. He hasn't actually died and come back as
Okay.
a vampire.
I
Well,
gotta
this-
go Sandman.
He still needs
I,
to
Same because of that. Because of that.
I gotta go Sandman.
Okay.
Because my question, because I don't feel like I've had the question answered. How do you kill Sandman? Like
you lure him
you
into a big enough body of water, and he pretty much dilutes himself. So essentially, what Morbius could do is screw around with him, lure him near a body of water, and basically, now can't Morbius fly? Am I wrong there?
He can glide.
Okay. He glides over a body of water, but Sandman goes after him, doesn't realize what the hell's going on. He falls into the water, and poof, he's done.
Yeah,
And
but why
Gavin
would
Cooley also
Sandman-
says,
Yeah,
Gavin Cooley also
Gavin
says Morbius also has advanced speed and strength and can sense his enemy coming from a couple miles away, which is true.
Well,
But
why
again-
would Sandman go? I mean, he knows that he's vulnerable to water. You know, he's,
Yeah.
Right. He's
I
not
just
just going to
feel-
be a
I just
dummy and
feel
follow
like-
him out there.
I just feel like he sandblasts him, sandstorms him, and rips his flesh right off of him to the bone. Like that's what I'm picturing in my head. Like you get in a fight, like not Spider-Man 3 Sandman, where it's just like, oh, it just rips Peter Parker's suit a little bit. Like sandblasting, like I said, is no joke.
I get what you're
Like,
saying.
That you rip all of his skin to the bone, man, and dang, he's
And that
dead.
polishes his bones, man. But
the thing is, he has to get in range to do it. That's the thing. So if Morbius keeps his distance from him or anything, I still.
But if they're
the thing is, like,
he can't fight him, he can't punch him.
Yeah, if Morbius keeps his distance, what's he going to do to defeat Sandman?
Yeah.
What I just described.
Thank you, Zeverfett.
Like him leading him to water, but again, he's not stupid enough to fall for that, though. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
But what I'm saying
Isn't that where the mind tricks come into play? Though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not really about being smart or stupid. It's being
That's true.
Into being.
That's what I'm saying.
I just feel like that's a very specific thing, and so I got to give it to Sandman, like personally. So I say we vote.
I vote Sandman.
That's 2 Sandman. That's 3 Sandman.
I vote Sandman.
All right.
That's 4 Sandman. There
Okay.
you go.
So
Sandman.
Sandman moves on.
That was a good
Sandman
one.
moves on. Hey.
Heck yeah,
I
Zever.
got Morbius too, Ambassador, but that
No,
was a good convo though. That was a good conversation.
I agree. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here
A lot
and
of great
sulk.
nerd discussion on that one. A lot of great
I'm not-
nerd discussion on that one.
I'm not going to sit here and sulk. It was a good valid point.
Dang it.
Dang it, that's what we wanted.
Well,
wanted
it's
the Christmas
about
spirit.
bloody. It's about time, and here he is, an hour and a half in.
Hey,
What's up, man?
guys, I had a power outage, and not only was I late for this show, but I missed Zeverfett's Death in the Family. I was supposed to be on with him to talk about the interactive thing, man. I hate when this type of stuff happens.
Dude,
man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, no, it's
Well, all the same, Zodwire, as the old saying goes, better late than never, and glad you're here, sir. And Beans, this is your first visit to the ambassadorial wing. You have now popped your ambassadorial cherry. So
Well,
congratulations.
I'm also planning on joining you next week if I can.
Yes.
For your Babylon 5 ambassador
Yes.
podcast. I just had it's like some days, because I work during the day,
Yeah,
so
I understand.
it's hard. Like what I was going to do was for your ambassadorial Babylon 5 thing, I was going to just take my break so I could come on and join you for that. So
Excellent. Well, we'll hash out the details after. We don't want to get sidetracked.
right.
So the next round. So Zod, we've done the first two rounds. I guess the first round officially of each one, and
Okay.
we're on the second round for Spider-Man. And so we have a next matchup of Kraven the Hunter versus Hobgoblin.
Zob with the WrestleMania shirt on.
Yeah.
Right on.
I'm gonna. So I got to say who the winner is here,
Well,
Yeah, in a fight.
Kraven
right?
versus Hobgoblin.
And defend your position.
I'm
I might
gonna
have to
give
go. Go ahead.
Oh, you
No,
want me
please.
to go, or are you?
By all means,
It's
please.
whoever. It's whoever. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Craven on this. I think Craven.
I'm gonna agree.
I think Craven is ruthless and despicable,
Holy
completely
crap.
evil, and I think he would kill.
And he's a
Hobgoblin.
great
There's no-
strategist. I mean, he's a hunter, so he knows how to
Uh-huh.
hunt his prey.
Yeah, he's a hunter. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. hmm
Yeah.
And gentlemen, welcome to the ambassadorial wing making his first appearance.
Oh.
You know him, you love him, even though he does have bad takes. Zeverfett,
Yes.
good evening,
Yes,
sir.
yes, I'm not the only one who was horribly late. Oh my
I
God.
was late too.
Well, he was originally.
I
even gonna
normally
be
don't
here.
stream on Fridays. I try not to, but damn it, this is my third stream today.
Well, guys, hey, this was fun. I'll see you all later.
So now that we got that out of the way,
Ryan. It is
Doomsday
indeed-
for the win.
Doomsday's not necessarily a Batman villain, so we can't do
No,
that.
he's not a Spider-Man villain,
isn't,
but that much.
I just feel like with Ryan here, we're not going to have like actual discourse about each thing because Ryan's just going to go, Hobgoblin or Green Goblin's going to win. What's the point? What's the point of doing any of this? We all know who's going to win anyways. It's all futile. Why are we even doing this? We shouldn't even be talking about it.
I'm gonna pretend like I have no idea that Green Goblin and Joker are gonna go at it, and that ultimately Joker will win somehow. I'm not gonna say that.
But you did. Okay, so we were in the middle of discussing Kraven and Hobgoblin.
Yes, we were.
And I have to agree with what who was it though saying about
Zod.
Yeah, Zod. I have to agree with Zod about Kraven because Kraven's a hunter. I mean, he gets to know his prey. He knows them. He hunts them, and he can stay from afar, and he can exploit the weaknesses. So
he's strategic the way Ra's al Ghul is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you would get all of that.
I agree.
So are we all in agreement?
By the way, you have to have 5 now. 5 people on your side.
Right.
To
I'll vote Kraven.
Yeah. I couldn't leave it as a stalemate, so I'll be the deciding factor.
So who all votes for Kraven?
Kraven.
Kraven.
All right, so Kraven wins pretty easily.
And,
all right. Go ahead.
Honestly, guys, I just want to say something real quick. This is indeed a treat. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 of my favorite people that I have met on YouTube on my stream tonight. We are talking about a great thing, and I am beyond blessed. I rarely use that word during a stream, but I'm beyond blessed to have you all on here tonight, and I am glad that we are doing this, and I hope this is a start of a beautiful. This is a start and continuation of a beautiful, beautiful friendship. So, all right. That being said, let's move on.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
great topic. Great.
Very grateful to be here, man. This is a great idea.
This is cool. Yeah. I like the brackets and stuff. That's cool.
You're welcome.
All right.
Oh, you did this?
Moving on.
Printyourbrackets.com?
Yeah. Dawson came up with the brackets. Enosh had the spinner.
Okay.
To randomize the matchups. To randomize the matchups.
Basically, talent in many ways. That's what we're talking about.
Yes. Indeed.
All right. So with that, we have Kingpin versus Venom.
Yeah, Venom.
Venom.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna have to say Venom. Venom just eats Kingpin's brain. And goes. Now I'm smarter.
I don't think so though. I don't think you can underestimate Kingpin like that.
You can't.
You got to remember, Kingpin is also very, very smart. He's a strategist. He would have a plan because he knew
he'd have a way.
He knows if he has to go head to head with Venom, he's going to have something up his sleeve that Venom isn't going to know about. It's like Batman. Batman always has a contingency plan. So I don't know. I would have to go with Kingpin on that one.
So who all voted for Venom and who all votes for Kingpin?
I vote Venom.
Venom.
Yeah.
Venom.
He makes a good case, but
he does.
He
does make a great case.
Yeah, but
Zod, you make a very good case. I agree with that case wholeheartedly, but unfortunately, you've been outvoted. You've been outweighed.
Okay.
all right.
So
hey, it's happened to me too. So don't.
I'll take the L on that one, but I don't think you can underestimate Kingpin in any way.
I agree.
There.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, he is 800 pounds of solid muscle.
That is true.
That's true. And I mean, we've seen him smash people's heads in before. So I don't know what. I'm not saying.
I just think that Venom's extra powers give him more of the advantage. But
and if we're talking about,
on paper, yeah, you could, but.
So that wraps up the second round of Spider-Man villains. Now we go to the second round of Batman villains. Our first matchup is Mr. Freeze and Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul.
Same.
I'll have to go Ra's.
Yeah, I'll have to go Ra's.
As much as I love Dr. Victor Freeze, I'm gonna have to go Ra's.
Yes.
Freeze isn't a Freeze. Freeze is not a fighter.
He's not a fighter. Right?
He's not. He's just a broken man.
Yeah.
Who
That's
wants
what
his
I
wife,
said. That's what I said.
Who wants his wife back? That's all it is. He's not someone who's gonna be able to survive this kind of Mortal Kombat,
especially against
type.
An assassin like Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah,
I mean.
Unanimous vote for Ra's al Ghul. I got you.
Hey,
Okay.
whoa. Come on, guys. You saw my video. You know what.
See it. That's why we're saying Ra's.
That's why we see.
Bro.
Don't make me mute you your first time.
It all depends on who the creator.
Don't make me go God mode, ambassador.
Oh man.
All right. So the next one is Scarecrow versus Poison Ivy.
Scarecrow.
Oh.
I think
I
the
think
Scarecrow
we-
could. Do you think that her
Hmm.
the venom in her veins would
Counteract
thwart
the
any
toxin?
sort of
Yeah,
toxin?
I'm wondering if
It's
she's got
made
a
her immune. It's made her
I'm
immune.
gonna have
I
to
think
say
it would be a
Poison Ivy.
tie. I think it would be a tie between the two of them.
You can't tie.
Yeah.
You can't
Because-
tie.
But think about it. Think about it. Her venom can she can counteract.
This is the
Scarecrow's
problem with
toxins.
adding these jokers down here at the bottom. Now we got ties.
Hey, hey, hey.
Well, here's the thing with Poison
It's
Ivy and
not a tie,
Scarecrow.
It's a draw.
So the thing is with
It's a draw. You can't draw. Make up
We
your
can't
freaking
have a
mind.
draw.
hold on. So with Poison Ivy and Scarecrow, like yes, Scarecrow has the fear toxin, and in many iterations he has like the scythe and everything. He has some
That's all he
weapons,
has.
but that's all he has. With Poison Ivy, if she can counteract his fear toxin,
Yep.
he's just a skinny guy with a scythe.
Do you
And-
remember? Okay, do you remember guys? Do you remember the Batman the Animated Series episode, Two-Face, where Poison Ivy kissed Two-Face and put him in the hospital? And remember, Scarecrow is just a regular man as well. He's just a scientist who happens to know how to make fear toxins.
And she can
nothing
control
radically
plants to
special
attack him
about
from
her.
afar.
Plants, but let's just say that she's not around plants. You
How's
know,
that
I mean,
happen?
Well,
you have
but,
to take them out of their element.
but if you do, Poison Ivy can counteract Scarecrow's fear toxin. Can Scarecrow counteract
That's
the
the main
poison?
thing.
He
Right?
can't.
Can
He
she do
can't.
that? She can't.
Yeah.
What-
She can.
So, yeah,
go
I would say
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Yeah, I agree too. Poison Ivy.
I give it to Poison Ivy as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that everybody?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we've all. Yeah, I meant to say Poison Ivy.
Okay.
Sorry,
there we go.
Scarecrow. Sorry, Jonathan Crane. You've been beaten by Pamela Isley.
All right. Next one is the matchup of two of Batman's craziest villains, the Joker and the Riddler.
Dawson.
This is the one I
Dawson
was
wins.
waiting for.
Scott Fowler.
Scott Fowler.
Joker.
So who won? Who
Joker.
won in the Joker Riddler war? There was a gang
Joker.
war. Joker won. Oh well, there
I'm
you
pretty
go.
sure. I don't know for sure. I haven't read that comic, but I'm just saying.
If memory serves, I believe it was Joker who won.
Okay.
Yeah, because Joker tends to use weapons more, but Riddler does set maniacal traps that could. But then again, Joker is very intelligent. He's outsmarted Batman before.
And Joker's also a killer. Riddler
Right.
is not so much a killer.
yeah.
I mean,
so
he
he
can
doesn't
be,
have
but
that
not as much
extra-
as Joker, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, sorry, Scott Fowler. Got to go with
Yeah.
Joker on
Yeah,
that one.
Joker.
Yeah.
Joker.
Joker.
Okay, so let's put Joker here.
Brian's like Brian, not Ryan. Joker, because Jim Carrey is weird.
Oh my God! Could you imagine any of the cinematic Jokers going up against Jim Carrey's Riddler? No contest. Oh my God!
As much as I love Batman Forever, and I do,
Brain drain.
I don't know if
He
you
was
actually-
like my father.
Well, hold on. Though.
I think
If you put the
That was great, Dawson. That was a great impersonation
Yes,
right
it
there.
was.
That,
Thank
that
you.
Line,
Wait a
that line was spot on.
Wait a second
I
though.
gotta get
Wait
my-
a second
I gotta
though.
get
Hold on.
Joker line.
Hold on a second though. Hold on a second though. If you put the Riddler's, I know Jim Carrey's over the top and all those things, but if you actually put his plan in Batman Forever up against things that we've seen the Joker do, from that standpoint, if he's controlling people's brains and mind waves,
That's
That's
just one
a-
story, though.
That's
yeah,
true.
but I understand that, but I don't think that we should just dismiss the Riddler. I'm voting Joker, but I'm just saying I don't think
Yeah.
that you just dismiss because he
Right.
was saying, because
No,
Zod just-
you can't dismiss
yeah,
the Riddler.
but Zod. No, I'm answering what Zod said because Zod said if you put any of the cinematic Jokers up against Jim Carrey, that it's no contest. I don't agree with that because I think all the cinematic Jokers don't have the same.
Well,
as
right,
far as-
like
as far
Joaquin
as-
Phoenix's
as far as that
Joker
story.
is not
as far
intelligent.
as far as what the end game story is, like if you put that plot in a serious mode, you're controlling people's very thoughts and brains and literally using a company to get into people's heads where they invite you into their houses and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a high level intelligence thing. That's not just seeing the world burn. That's not being a crazy clown. That's not, that's literally systematically. Plus he figured out who Bruce Wayne was. in that movie and blew up the Batcave.
But again, we're talking about comics, though.
No, I know that. I know that.
Yeah, never mind. I get your point. Yeah.
But I was answering what Zod said. So
Yeah, right.
from a cinematic standpoint, I wouldn't just.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean,
I just wouldn't dismiss him.
You don't
I
think
wouldn't dismiss
Heath
him.
Ledger? I think, for example, for me personally, I think Tim Burton's Joker would wipe the floor with Jim Carrey's Riddler. Man, Jack Nicholson was scary as hell, and all he would do is put his hand out, shake Riddler's hand, and there you go. There's the end of
Riddler wouldn't shake his hand. Riddler wouldn't shake his hand. Riddler would actually get him to actually put on a device and get inside Joker's head.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's hypothetical. Maybe
no, but what I'm saying is like, do you think the Riddler's going to extend his hand and shake his hand?
Did you read Riddler Wars, Enosh? Did you read Joker Riddler Wars?
No, I did not.
Okay.
All right, so the decision was made. It was Joker over Riddler.
That's fine. I'm voting Joker too. I'm just answering that question.
I'm just like moving on.
Enosh is playing devil's advocate, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's what's fun about this, to explore all the different possibilities, man. Great point.
Well, because a lot of people are talking about the Schumacher cut and it being a darker movie, and I'm just trying to put my brain into that idea that if
you think about
Jim Carrey is over the top. Jim Carrey is over the top, but you know what? Jim Carrey actually does a really good job in that movie. And like, if you put like when you put him as Ed Nygma next to Val Kilmer's Bruce Wayne, like the nuances there were like he looks just like him. Like that's the whole point is he tries to become Bruce Wayne. He gets in Bruce Wayne's head and he tries to become this person that he wants to emulate and then take over people's brainwaves. I understand there's the cartoony, kind of thing that Joel Schumacher did, but like in thinking about a Schumacher cut,
you probably wouldn't have any of that in like a darker cut.
It's an interesting,
be a lot more serious. Like
and Jim Carrey can play dark.
Right.
Jim Carrey can definitely play dark.
Number 23.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Great movie.
So, next round is Deathstroke versus Clayface. In this one, I have to say Deathstroke because again, Batman can defeat a Clayface.
He's also a master tactician. He's on Batman.
Exactly. Like he can, and he's more.
He would detonate Clayface from within.
Right. Yeah. He's just about as good at like tactical things as Batman is, but he's more ruthful. Or like
ruthful.
Ruthless. Ruthless.
He says you're coming up with words.
He's gonna
ruthless and brutal. Ruthless and brutal.
You're gonna have to make words up to win. You're gonna have to come out with the words of Nerdy in Many Ways with that's just a book of new words that you've created.
Well, if you just have to create something so that you win, then now you're playing by Zeverfet's rules. That's right. That's what you're playing there. Because when Zeverfet has games like this, he just makes up stuff as you go along. And
win
you
it
just
at any cost, baby. Win it
all right, so what are the votes for this one?
But did you say that he roofied him?
No, that'd be ruthless and brutal. I combined ruthless and brutal accidentally.
Ruthful.
Rufus.
Yes. Don't be ruthful.
All right, let's vote. Let's vote, people.
Clayface.
Let's vote. Come on.
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
I'm going with Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deathstroke.
Yeah, it's tough, but I say Deathstroke too.
Yeah, there you go.
Superior, what about you, bud?
See, because remember, Clayface can turn into different people. So let's
Superior's muted.
Making an argument for Clayface would be he could psychologically mess with Deathstroke and maybe prolong the fight to give himself a slight edge. But I don't know. I think Deathstroke would in the end.
Yeah.
What about you, Superior? What do you say?
I don't know much about the other one. I know a little bit about Deathstroke, but I don't know enough to really put an opinion in. Because I know Deathstroke's a badass.
Clayface was an actor,
right?
So he doesn't really have much of a ruthless or he doesn't have any training. Yes, he can mold his body into different shapes and forms and things like that, but that doesn't hold up in an actual fight.
Especially with Deathstroke.
I would have to agree.
Deathstroke's a tactician himself. He's like a former soldier and everything. And I think Clayface isn't the brightest guy in the world. And I could see Deathstroke maybe luring him into where he can get him to blunder into like some electrical lines or something like that. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
something along those
Yeah, I
lines.
could see that.
So
Yeah.
is Deathstroke the winner then?
I would say yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
All right.
All right.
Deathstroke beats out Clayface. All right, so that's round 2 of
So we're now
Batman.
down to the Elite Eight.
Yes.
We're down to the Elite Eight.
Down to the Spider-Man side. Green Goblin versus Sandman.
I'm sticking with Sandman.
I'll go with Sandman on that one too.
I kind of agree.
So
Yeah.
how would Sandman defeat Goblin? Now, which Goblin are we talking about?
Green
We're
Goblin.
talking about like the
We're talking about
ultimate.
the Green Goblin. We're talking about Osborn.
Right. But
Norman Osborn,
there's the ultimate one, the one that was they were supposed to, go off of, in the Amazing Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, where he's this huge monster, not some just a guy in a
I think
on
we
a
were
small
just
little
going with.
rider.
I think we were just going with the guy in the suit with the glider. I think it's the one
Okay.
we're going. I'm going to have to say, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I lose this one, that's fine. I'm going to have to say Green Goblin because
Okay.
he's got the long way. He's got the long range weaponry compared to Sandman and everything. Not to mention, he does have a bit of strategic ability to himself. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say Goblin on this one.
I mean,
You know what?
Sandman
You know
can
what?
can
You
certainly
know what,
suffocate
Enosh?
him and bury him.
Yeah,
And
Enosh,
sandblast
I'm gonna agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you, Enosh. I think Green Goblin would find a way to be victorious in this one.
Yeah. Let's
Anyone
say the rest
else?
of the panel.
This is a tough one.
Anthony,
Anthony, you were stuck, huh, bro?
Yeah,
Well, now,
because-
Raven-
because-
so many
because-
fingernails
because-
biting on him.
because-
Even Mike brings up a.
the thing
Here's
is,
Gavin brings up a good point. Goblin would throw bombs, and the fire would turn sand to glass. So that's actually
yes.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
I'm gonna go Goblin for that one. I mean,
You changed my mind on that
I
one.
agree. Yeah, Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you changed my mind on that one.
I would
Yeah, good
have
job,
to say,
Gavin.
Goblin.
Because it's fire.
Hey, what's up?
Fire.
So what's the vote for this one? Because I say Green Goblin now.
I'm saying Goblin.
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 So that's five Goblin.
Enosh, what about you, bud?
5 Goblin to
I think he stepped away for a second.
He might have.
0 Sandman.
So
I say
five,
Sandman,
Five.
but I'm out.
I think
Five.
we have enough for a consensus to say that Goblin Goblin moves
just
on.
barely, just barely.
Well, Dawson, what about you? What do you say?
I said Green Goblin.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that-
All right, fair enough.
All right, then you have Craven the Hunter versus Venom.
Craven.
I mean,
Craven
could hunt him.
Craven would find out that the Venom has a weakness to high-pitched sounds, and therefore he could get it detached from Eddie Brock and then expose that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: eventually, hasn't Venom built up a resistance to the sound weakness?
It just depends on at what stage he's in. Like if he's earlier on Venom, then no.
Could he?
Yeah,
could he
Craven
try
would
to?
figure him out.
Could the symbiote try to attach to Craven and kill him because it's not compatible?
That's a possibility too.
That is definitely possible.
Yeah. I'm going to say Venom on this one.
I'm thinking Venom.
Yeah. I mean, if
Venom
we're,
here.
especially if we're talking like just a straight up like we're dropping these two characters in the octagon. Let's go. Let the Venom. Craven can bring whatever weapons he's accustomed to having. But if we're talking about dropping these two characters each into an octagon or a boxing ring and saying "Let's go," then yeah, it's
I mean, have we been doing that the whole time?
No,
Like
we've
an
been-
octagon
No, we haven't.
type setting? Because if that's the case, I'm gonna have to make some changes.
right, we've been doing like just kind of a very open fight.
okay. So,
yeah. That's what I was
okay.
thinking. I was
So
thinking
they-
open
so-
fight.
so- so we're talking-
strategy would have to ensue.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm
Well,
still
I'll
thinking
go
Venom, but
I'm still
yeah.
picking Venom.
I'm
Right,
thinking
yeah.
Venom here, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say Venom too.
Superior, what about you, bud?
Yeah, Venom.
All right, well that wins then.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Venom.
Well, this is getting a little easier. Not by much.
All right,
Final match
Bat-
is going to be hard.
Batman's
I'll
side.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Ra's al Ghul versus Poison Ivy.
The demon head.
Yeah.
For me, that's no brainer.
Well,
Gotta give it to Roz.
He's gonna kill her.
Yeah, Roz.
That's true.
Yeah,
'cause-
Rachel.
but what about?
Rachel's
But here's,
got it.
what about all of her? You know, she's got the poison kiss. She's got the
Doesn't matter. This
But
is the
if
guy
you're
that's the
fighting,
guy
you're not
that's
gonna
been in
stop
the
the
Lazarus pit. This guy, that's not going to affect
He's got to
him.
get to the Lazarus
I haven't
pit,
kissed
though.
anyone I fought before.
Yeah, but she'd got to get close enough to kiss him too. So
Well, now can't she emote? Well, now here's the thing. Yeah, she's got the poison kiss, but can't she emote to some sort of pheromone that will seduce men
I
as
think
well?
she can
Right.
like blow kisses as well. Yeah.
like
So-
she can emote pheromones, but like
See, but
is
here's
Roz
the
affected
thing,
by
here's
that?
the thing, Here's the thing,
Well,
though.
the thing we have
Hold
to-
on a second. Hold on a second. I don't like the fact that we're just like, I don't like what Ryan said. They were like, oh, she can blow kisses too. It's not about kisses. Let's not like demote her to like, oh, if she just kisses somebody. She also she also puts venom out into the air. She puts
Right.
poisons into the air. She doesn't have to kiss
Spores,
somebody
yeah.
like that. I just feel like that's like really like taking her down to the let me start my cam back. I feel like it's taking her down back to this like, well, she's just a girl villain. Like she literally has
Well, Enosh,
she has
hold on one second.
poisons that she puts in the air. She can kill him with giant, huge carnivorous plants and different things. He's got to get back to the Lazarus pit. That's all I'm saying. I understand it's Ra's al Ghul, but also he can be killed.
He can be
Right,
killed.
right. Raish can be killed. But what I'm saying is that, so sorry that, can't make a joke about her kissing or
I'm
blowing
not saying
kisses.
that. I'm not
He's
saying
not
that.
saying you can't make a
Saying that
joke.
she's a
I didn't
girl
say
and
you
that's
couldn't
all
make
she
a
can
joke.
do.
You just said,
But that's
yes,
sort of
if-
what you were sort of implying.
no, dude. I
And so I'm not trying to
no.
go that route.
That-
I was just making a joke.
Okay, no,
You're
it's
just
all
making
good.
a
I'm
joke.
not mad at you, man. I'm not mad at you. It just sounded like you said,
No, but
like,
when
oh yes,
right,
she
I
can
understand
blow.
that, but when you
And
call
I-
that
'cause I know
specific
you're-
thing out,
I know.
well,
well,
I got to
sorry.
address it because you address it. I have to address it. So
Okay,
I
well,
was
I'm
just
sorry.
making a joke.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to like call you out. I was just saying like it just sounded like to me. I know sometimes that you're sarcastic and like so when they're said like, well, she has to get close enough to kiss him, and you're like, yes, she does blow kisses too. Like it just felt like to me like it was like, okay, we're just kind of like dismissing her as the other things that she can do. I'm not mad at you, man. I wasn't trying to like do that. I'm just
No.
saying,
I get that. I
Yeah,
get that.
you know,
I just,
like,
I
I
just felt
just-
like if you're gonna address it, then I definitely need to defend that because I mean if I just let that go, then I'm like okay, yes, Enosh, you are correct. I was making fun of this lady because she's a lady in name only or whatever, and so
Oh,
I
no,
just
I
need
didn't
to
mean it
make
like
sure
that. I didn't mean it like that. I
that
didn't
not
mean it
only
like
you
that.
but
I
other
apologize.
people
All right.
understand that I was just making a joke. That was it.
Well, I apologize.
Way
I
too
I don't
serious.
think,
Okay.
I don't think,
All
I'm
right,
just
guys.
saying.
All
I'm
right.
just saying.
All right.
I don't
all right,
think that
all
you were
right.
You
saying.
call
I don't
me
think,
out.
I didn't.
You
Okay,
call me
let me,
out. I
let me
feel
take
like,
that
oh
back.
shit, I
Okay.
got to say
Yeah,
something.
no. Let me
All
take
right,
that back.
guys.
I don't think
All
that
right.
you were saying that because she's a girl or a
Yeah.
female or whatever. I was just saying like I know that you joke and I know that you meant it as a joke, but I just felt like I didn't
He
want
wanted to make sure that everybody else didn't take it as like a
to take
serious
it as
thing.
like a
And I
serious
think we're all-
thing.
Consider it the
like, well,
conversation.
she blows kisses, that's
Right.
all. I
Right. No, no, I
don't
understand,
think
and
that, I
that's-
don't think that you were saying that just because she's a female, because I know that you recognize that she's that. So I wasn't saying that, man. That's
Yeah.
move on.
Let's move on, guys. Shake hands. And
Dawson,
say,
this was the day. This was the day, Dawson, where we were
All
no
right.
longer friends
That's
with.
God mode engaged.
With all due respect.
With all due respect. So,
Okay.
do we want to put this up to a final vote?
Seal's not here.
I don't want copyright. So please turn that off. Thank you.
That's funny.
You'll be fine. It was like 12.
You don't want coffee with Seal?
Okay.
I got to vote Poison Ivy in this one barely.
I agree.
Yeah, I got to go Poison Ivy too.
I'm going Ra's al Ghul.
I'm going Raish.
So we got 3-2 right now.
Who's Raish?
Yeah.
Poison ivy.
Oh, Raish al Ghul.
Nope.
Ross Al.
Raish al Ghul.
That's it. That's it. God mode engaged.
So far we have 3 Poison Ivy, 2 Ra's al Ghul.
Classic, superior.
Yeah, I
This is
voted
a tough
Poison
one.
Ivy.
I'm sorry, you both
He's
talked over one
he's the
another.
leader. He's the leader of the League of Assassins. You seriously
Right,
don't
but
think
she's-
he could beat Poison Ivy?
But again, she emits pheromones and she has the plants she can control, so she can
Yeah,
keep her distance. So that
I gotta
swordsmanship.
go.
Well, if you know enough, if you read enough comics and you know about the Demon's Head, you know that he
Right.
has he's built up. He has an extremely powerful immune system. I mean, this is a guy who
Right, but it's not just the pheromones that would take him. It's not the pheromones that would take him in, but like also the plants that she can control would
That
be
would
very
eat him.
difficult for him to
I mean, all
overcome.
he would have to do is get her away from plant life. Any sort
Right.
of vinage or the the snap traps or anything like that. I mean,
thing
she
is
can't just
with-
pull plants out of thin air.
But you got to go pretty far to get her away from all that stuff. And
Yeah.
He lives in the
Ambassador.
desert, does he not?
no, he lives in like the.
Ambassador. The next
Yes.
time you do one of
Yes,
these,
he's in the desert.
a lot of stipulations need to be made because this conundrum we're running into right now. You say they're
I
just
agree.
fighting, but you're like, but he can take away from the plants. But we're just fighting. Like what is there? Are they giving
Right,
2
I mean,
weeks to strategize? Or are
exactly.
they just on point fighting?
like
That- that's
I mean,
something-
because you guys got me thinking about it in terms of like the Injustice game where everybody can use their
Right.
arsenal of
Yeah,
abilities.
right,
And
right.
I honestly, I
You're
don't
thinking
think,
of it as a video game.
So I'm wondering, like, do they
I mean,
have
as a
planet
video
time or
game, he
not?
really has no powers. I mean, he's an excellent warrior,
Mhm.
and he's an excellent strategist.
he's the,
But
again,
if it was
he's the
a
head of the
video
League
game,
of
I think.
Assassins. I mean, he
Up,
his
down,
powers-
left, right,
League
control, start.
His power set though just is like when you're talking like literal powers,
He has
Like-
none.
he
Right.
doesn't have any. He can come back to life if he gets put into the Lazarus pit. He can heal.
Okay,
if he
okay.
gets
Well,
put
then
in-
my question is, then why hasn't Poison Ivy wiped out all these people? I mean, what's
Well,
Well, that's not the question, though, Zod.
That's not the question. We're talking about
this is a
one-on-one
hypothetical thing.
head-to-head
We're
fight.
literally trying to get to the best of Batman to the best of Spider-Man because that's what we're really trying to decide here. So
Yes.
it's interesting.
okay?
Or next time, don't have it be a fight between the two. Just who do you like more? Then that's just
well, then that
Yeah,
just gets
I mean,
tricky.
If it's
Well,
the best,
But here's the
The-
thing.
if
This
it's
is
the best
this is
villains,
great. No, this is the
he's
best
a better
part of
villain
this.
than she is.
It's the
This-
debate.
I
It's
agree.
the theorizing.
Yeah,
This
the
is the
debate
best
and
part
the
of the
theorizing is
theorizing.
the best
Otherwise,
part of this.
otherwise it's boring. Otherwise,
Right.
it's just like I like him better. Okay, cool.
Right.
I'm gonna have to say it. Poison Ivy trumps him.
Yeah.
Period.
I vote Poison Ivy.
yeah.
I got Poison Ivy.
It's 4.
That's 4. We need one more.
I'm
I'll
gonna-
go Ivy, I guess.
All right, so Poison Ivy wins it.
Wow.
Okay.
Honestly,
And
I'm surprised at that one too. But
we have an upset. Well, we've had a few upsets in here.
and now we have Joker versus Deathstroke.
Mm.
I mean, to be honest, I would say Deathstroke.
Same.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Deathstroke would kill him.
Y'all are underestimating the Joker big time.
Well,
No.
like we look at the Joker. Like, yes, of course, he's very menacing. He has great access to weapons. And he's very cunning. But Deathstroke is literally the hardest villain one of the hardest fighters that Batman's ever had to go against. Like in a straight up fight.
Joker has literally wiped out so many people. I mean, you talk about even if you're going to talk about even if it's like a physical fight, it's not about like a physical fight per se. I mean, Joker
It would be.
would have so many tricks up his sleeve.
And so is Deathstroke. He has guns, grenades.
But
Yeah,
the thing is
but-
that
So-
he's
okay.
a formidable foe against Batman because Batman doesn't kill him. Deathstroke would kill him.
Yes.
Yes.
Deathstroke
Yes.
doesn't care. He'd take that extra initiative.
That's why Joker
to
stays
kill him.
alive is because Batman allows it.
That's exactly
Yeah.
correct.
That's a
Deathstroke
great
is
point.
basically Batman,
Yeah.
except he's stronger and he uses guns instead of batarangs.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
He would totally decimate the Joker. He just, even though the Joker is super intelligent, and he would have tricks up his sleeve, but his tricks would catch up with him, and he would not be able to best Deathstroke.
And he's
Slade
very
Wilson-
accustomed to fighting.
And Slade Wilson also isn't he? He can't die.
He has a
or-
healing
what's-
factor. He
yes,
has a healing
He
factor.
has a
Yeah.
healing
Healing
factor,
factor, yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Which Batman does not have.
Yeah.
No. Now imagine
So-
Batman with a healing factor. Now that'd be cool.
Well, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. That's,
So I vote Deathstroke.
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
gonna have
I
to
got
concur.
I vote Deathstroke too.
A Deathstroke for me.
That's your 5.
I vote Joker, but you guys win.
As
All
much as
right.
we like Joker, and we do,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
we-
when-
we-
when
we-
a
Wait, hold
one
on. Hold on.
fight-
Does that mean it's once again Bad Tech Ryan?
No,
Hey.
no.
Sorry, I don't have
went
that
against
graphic. I'm
Deathstroke,
sorry.
and I was the main proponent. I mean, against Joker, I was the main proponent against the Joker on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
All right.
So final four. We have Green Goblin versus Venom and Poison Ivy versus Deathstroke. So Spider-Man first.
Wow.
Green Goblin versus Venom.
Wow. Mm.
Green Goblin.
I'm going with Green Goblin.
I don't know, man. I'm
thinking Venom.
Yeah,
because the same thing. I think that Venom could just take his body, and if he fuses with him, then he's Venom Goblin, and if he doesn't, then you got a dead, what's his face? What's his name?
Osborn.
Osborn, Norman Osborn. You have a dead Norman Osborn. If
but what you guys don't realize is that you guys keep talking about how powerful Venom is, but what you guys are forgetting is all Venom is the symbiote.
Right.
And once you get the symbiote off of the man, he's just a man. He can die just like everybody else.
Right.
So
but that's not the villain. The villain is the symbiote.
Then how do you get the symbiote off of it?
Yeah, and plus, I mean, if you use the argument that Green Goblin has to get close to him because this entire time we've been talking about, well, he can do this from a distance.
Yeah, Green Goblin is mainly a range fighter.
With somebody like Venom can swing around and get the hell out of the way of that stuff. That's the reason why Spider-Man had such success against Green Goblin. So if you're gonna say that he'd have to come in close, and if he comes in close and Venom gets his hands on him, it's
the same. It's kind of the similar situation with Batman and Deathstroke. Is that you have Spider-Man and Venom. Venom is going to go the extra distance to make sure that his foe, Green Goblin in this case, would die.
Yep, I would agree.
Yeah,
I gotta agree.
I'm gonna have to go Venom.
Yeah,
same.
Yes.
I don't know. I think you guys are making Venom way too OP. I don't remember Venom being this powerful in any Venom comics that I've read. The he's powerful, but I mean Venom has his limits too, and I think you guys are just I don't know. You guys are what
would Green Goblin have to do to thwart Venom, to thwart the symbiote? Not Eddie Brock. Not Eddie Brock.
Here's the thing. These characters. If these characters, let's take it as these characters knowing that they have to go up against each other for whatever reason. You don't think like Green Goblin would have a plan knowing he has to go up against Venom? Don't you think he would know all of this? If he's got to fight Venom one-on-one, he's going to know I can't get close to Venom, but I can get him like Anthony was saying. It's like a range thing. If you know you're gonna,
the thing is Venom moves so quickly with the web sling that tracking him with like distance fighting would be very, very difficult.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because that's the key. The thing you got to remember about Venom is he does have the spider sense, the same as Spider-Man does. So he's going to be able to anticipate any attacks that Green Goblin is going to throw at him. Now, Goblin might land some hits on him. I will wholeheartedly agree with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is he going to be able to land enough hits to where he weakens Venom to where he can kill him? I don't see how, because especially if this is Venom without his vulnerability to sound, he's going to most likely be able to overcome anything that Green Goblin can throw at him. And eventually, he's going to run out of rockets. He's going to run out of bombs. And only he's going to be just a guy on a glider in a grizzly.
And Venom has never-ending web.
Well, again, Gavin has some pretty good points. And I'm just reading him, here. He makes 3 good points here about, Venom and Norman. But again, I agree with some of the tactics, but I mean, that would happen during a fight. But again, I think at the end of the day, Venom would prevail.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
So do we have a superior classic? What do you all say?
I would go with Venom myself.
Yeah. Superior, what about you, bud?
I was originally going Green Goblin, but listening to you guys, I think I'm going to go with Venom.
Same. So Venom is the consensus.
Venom, yes.
Wow, it is.
I think it's unanimous.
There we go.
Wow. We got one half of our final 2.
All right. Batman's final 2. Somehow it ended up being Deathstroke versus Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. That's it.
We all saw this coming, right?
Honestly, I'm not going to lie.
Overpowered villain in all of Batman's rogue.
I'd like to see the mental gymnastics that Enosh would have to provide for Poison Ivy to win this one.
She chokes him out with trees.
here's the thing. We've got two extremely powerful villains here. Let's be candid. Both of these
Deathstroke
villains
kisses her with his Deathstroke kiss with blades.
He gets
A kiss of death.
the smooch.
I mean,
That
Deathstroke,
actually would be
Deathstroke's
clever.
blowing kisses.
That would be clever on Deathstroke's part, because remember, Deathstroke is like you guys were pointing out, like a killer version of Batman. So Deathstroke is going to know that if her biggest thing is all her poisons and toxins. So that would be awesome. Like he has like already has an antidote on his lips.
Yeah,
he kisses
would
her,
already prepare.
and blades come out and just gut her face.
Oh, wait,
and that's
blades
how
come
she
out of his
dies.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now here's
Have you
now
seen Deathstroke? Yes, blades come out of his mouth. Duh.
Now here's
Where did that power come from?
now here's
It's new.
one
It's the
Okay.
new 52.
New 52. I love it.
okay. Now here's one question I do want to bring up. Here's one question.
We lost Enosh.
The new 64.
Enosh has gone off the reservation. All right. Now here's
52 knives come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
okay.
That's the
Now
name.
here's-
That's why they named it New 52 Blades. It's like a shaver. It's got 52 blades. The first blade cuts. The second blade lifts the hair. It cuts just a little bit more. The third blade lifts the hair just a little bit more. It cuts it down.
And the fourth blade.
The fourth blade gets to the weeds and lifts the weeds up and cuts the weeds.
Oh, we lost him.
51 blades later, it's like it gets down to the green stem and lifts the last blade.
And then after the 52nd, smooth like a baby's bottom.
Smooth. Just smooth. Put some
Okay.
aloe vera gel on there.
Aloe
It's all good.
Master of None says by Gillette.
Through the skin and
the
the
best
weeds.
a rogue can get.
Oh, the best. Oh, man.
It's built for a man, but made for a woman.
Sorry. That just hit me so hard. Oh, my God.
The Master of None says the 50th blade takes your mom to dinner.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow!
Oh, man.
All right, all right.
We really got off the deep end.
Before we get too silly, I do. Before we get too
So
silly
what we
here,
voting on here? Let's go. Let's go.
I'm with Zod. We're doing Deathstroke.
well, now here's one question I do want to bring up.
Oh my God.
This is important. If we're all right, that's it. God mode engaged. So I can get a word before I can get the word in edgewise. I'll let Enosh just wallow in his own misery and laugh for a few minutes. Enosh, I love you, man. I'm just joking. Anyway,
I got
do
Joker
want-
gassed.
you did. You got joke. You got.
He started
You got
choking on his own
brand
pheromones.
Oh, man.
If this fight, now we know if this fight takes place in like a forest or a jungle, how much of an edge does that give Poison Ivy? Seriously,
All of it. All of it.
That's true. Yeah.
or even if it takes
they're in
place
Central
even,
Park.
even if it's just a park.
Yeah.
Right.
All
Yeah.
of it.
But
Yep,
then
all
what
of
if
it.
it took place in Antarctica?
There's still vegetation underneath the under the snow, isn't there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think
Land.
Deathstroke gets all of that.
What like dead polar bears?
No, because
That's not vegetation.
she
not
can control
vegetation.
vegetation, but not like animals.
Is there vegetation?
She stabs him through the heart with
I think
With a
Deathstroke would keep
thorn?
distance from her and just snipe her.
I think
Oh,
he
yeah.
would. I think he would just. Yeah, I think he would.
He would
I
know
think
better
he'd
got a
shoot her.
gun.
No,
Yeah.
I think
She's not invulnerable.
I mean, that's what I think a lot of these villains would do to Poison Ivy. I think you guys overestimate Poison Ivy's reach, because Poison Ivy's gotten defeated a lot in comic books and in the movies. So
Well, the thing is that she's been faced off against Killer Croc, Poison Ivy, and Ra's al Ghul, and none of those use guns. Like Scarecrow, it's that she can negate the fear toxin, and Scarecrow's just a normal guy at that point.
Hush could have killed her, right?
Yeah.
He didn't go up
I mean, he didn't. He didn't
I
get
mean,
past the first scene,
Red-
but
She didn't go against
Red
Hush.
Hood.
Yeah,
Red
she didn't go
Hood
up
could
against-
totally wipe her out too.
That's
but
not
she
the
didn't-
point here.
She
It's
didn't
who
go up
she
against
random-
none of them people.
Yeah, it's who she
Yeah,
ran.
it was
yeah,
randomly
yeah.
selected the rounds here, and you're
Yeah,
Sure.
it was randomly selected.
I mean, this isn't like definitive, like, you know, I mean, because I mean, you got Penguin going against Rash, and then, but I mean,
Roz.
if you had Deathstroke going against, you know, the Riddler, then the Riddler wouldn't have made the second seed. It would have stayed the first seed. So I mean, this isn't like a definitive kind of thing. This is
Right, it's just based off matchups.
In this scenario, in these
Right.
brackets, this is kind of how we're, you know, moving forward.
Thank you for explaining how brackets work.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you, Ryan.
See, I thought you guys were a little slow.
As much as we're going back and forth as far as this bracket goes, this is the only way you can do this type of bracket. Because if you say, like I was talking about earlier, if you say, okay, every single matchup is if we just drop these two characters in the octagon, go, it doesn't work. It's not as interesting. There's not as much conversation going back and forth because it would easily, you drop.
It would go down to brute strength at that point.
Exactly. So this is the only way you can do this is so we can speculate on this. Are we in Antarctic? Are we in the jungles?
Exactly, because I mean, you know, brute strength. You know, a lot of the villains don't have brute strength.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, like Riddler or Freeze or
Joker.
The Joker.
Yeah,
the Joker.
The Joker. Well, I mean, if you're looking at Jared Leto's Joker,
I don't know. Y'all ever play Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe?
Yes.
Mhm.
No, but I've seen the
That game
videos.
was fire.
All right, so let's try and get to a consensus here. Who do we say, Ivy or Deathstroke?
I say Deathstroke.
Yeah, I'm going
Deathstroke.
Yes.
Superior, Classic. What do you all say?
Deathstroke for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, all right.
That's the
Deathstroke.
final.
And a final word is Deathstroke's mask probably has some kind of built-in.
Right, filter to gas because like he could probably go into like gas-filled areas. So
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I would agree. So,
and the final.
in the final, we have got the symbiote versus the trained killer. We've got Venom versus Deathstroke, and who would have thought we would have a fight this final? Most people would have been like, "Hey, it's Green Goblin versus
Joker.
Yeah, I mean, because those are the most popular of the villains. So that's why I said that.
So the question becomes, who wins?
Oh,
This is a hard one.
It doesn't matter who wins; we all lose.
I don't think it's hard at all. I think Deathstroke automatically wins this one.
Man, Zod has some strong bias against Venom, doesn't he?
Let's
Like Venom has to lose.
Venom would have lost like 4 or 5 brackets ago. You know,
Actually, a really that you have them on the screen together. A really awesome fight would be Kraven and Deathstroke, but
yeah,
that would be awesome.
Dude, that would be
Yeah.
fire.
Damn,
You're talking about yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go around the horn here. Let's start with Superior and work our way around, and let's give our positions and our ideas as to who would win this fight. So Superior, we will start with you, sir.
Man, Jesus, I don't know, dude.
winner.
I don't know.
No one wins.
If Deathstroke was given an assassinate Venom, Eddie Brock, yeah, he'd kill him, no questions. But as Venom versus Deathstroke, I mean,
That
I
of
think
course
Venom.
complicates things.
I try to simplify it, but you can't. It's Venom versus Deathstroke, and I think Venom would win. I mean, if we're taking away, if we're saying that Venom got an immunity to the sound, the same thing we gave him with Green Goblin,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say Venom. That's just
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a good argument. Good argument.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's completely fair. All right. Classic, what say you, sir?
So I just don't see any clear way that Deathstroke can defeat Venom because Venom's stronger and faster than tougher than him. And I mean, the only way it could work is if Deathstroke were able to maybe snipe him from a distance, or he could maneuver him in front of a really loud bell or something. I mean, I don't see any way he can really do it without really kind of straining logic. So I think Venom takes it.
Okay. Dawson, what say you, sir?
Yeah, this one's a tough one. So yeah, keeping in mind that we've had Venom being, I guess, immune to the whole loud sound thing later on in his time as Venom, that definitely makes it a little bit tougher for Deathstroke. Though I'm having a hard time remembering, is Venom immune to bullets?
Yes.
Actually,
Yes.
yes. Brian brought it up, or Master of Yum brought it up. The symbiote is
Right.
impervious to bullets. So yes.
So
what
that
about the
takes
person inside? While because he
I
said
mean-
the symbiote is impervious to bullets. But
well, then
is
that
the
would
person
cause Eddie
inside-
Brock inside to be immune because.
Does
or,
it?
or would it
If
go
it's a
through?
protective
Would it go through the
shell.
symbiote?
He would have
Symbiote?
he would have bullets that would go through the symbiote. His
Maybe.
goal would be to kill the symbiote. Remember, this is Batman with no conscience.
Right.
This is a guy who, I mean, come on, if you don't think Batman would have a contingency plan for Venom, you don't
That's
think
a fair
Deathstroke
point.
can come
That's
up with
a fair
something?
point. That's a fair point.
How
Though
about-
again,
How
All right,
about how
Okay.
about
Go ahead.
Deathstroke kills Eddie Brock, but then the symbiote just latches onto Deathstroke?
that would definitely be a plausible thing as far as like a
boy.
story is
Yeah,
concerned.
but how would you kill the symbiote?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the main thing.
That's my question.
Is
Eddie
fire-
Brock okay, but Venom okay, but
Yeah.
the
Can you burn a
itself-
symbiote?
I believe you can. I believe you can catch him on fire.
So, I mean, with that, I mean,
Fire.
Yeah, exactly.
but so with that, if he has the weakness to fire, then that also gives an edge to
That gives the
Deathstroke.
edge to Deathstroke, yeah.
Yeah, because he has weapons that, of course, are flammable, and he has ways of setting things on fire, and with that he can weaken the symbiote to where maybe he can expose Eddie Brock inside and shoot it, and then it would kill the symbiote in the process with it burning. So personally, barely I'd have to go with Deathstroke.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, gotta hit the right button here. Enoch, what say you, sir?
Well, that was actually the exact same way that I was. That's the exact same street that I was going down.
Well, I mean, we are the same person, so
That's true. So that's what I said way back when I was on this stream. And even now, 20 years later, I got to say that nothing has really happened that would change my opinion from back then when I was on this
20
stream the
whole
first time,
years.
like 20 years ago. No, that was exactly the direction that I was going to go. I think that he, I don't know that. I mean, were we saying that he was completely impervious to sound?
Yeah, we were saying that
Yeah, he
for a
was
lot of
pretty
these
much
fights.
He was pretty much impervious to sound. But the thing is,
I didn't really think that we need. I mean, I know that somebody threw that out there at one point during one of the battles, but I didn't think that like we felt that he had to be impervious to sound to win those battles.
Right.
So my point is, it's like if he is impervious, or I mean, if he is regular, because we did this to a couple other characters too, where we said nope, they're the regular like version that we know. So if we take away especially the impervious to sound thing, because that's part of his normal normal skill set, and we're not saying that he had to be impervious to sound to beat the people that he already beat.
Right.
So if you make him back to that, and you give him that weakness, his weakness is fire, his weakness is sound, all those things. I just got to go Deathstroke, because I feel that Deathstroke is going to outsmart him. He's going to be able to use those kind of weapons, and he's going to use them to his advantage. And I mean, the sound thing, it doesn't have to be a bell. All it has to be is something that emits
Like an explosion.
high frequency sound or explosions, which cause fire, which cause all those things. And I think that he just ends up getting the best of him, because Deathstroke is like hardcore.
He's a boss.
Yeah, and you know what? You can also electrocute Venom too. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, so he would have weapons like that, almost like a stunner kind of weapon or whatever. Like I got to give it to Deathstroke.
Said his phaser's from kill to stun.
Yeah,
fair enough. ACS, what say you, sir?
I'm doing this.
He's just staring at the screen.
I didn't know if he was frozen for a second.
No,
Yeah,
for all the reasons you guys just said there, you have to, you have to go with Deathstroke. I mean, due to be plenty prepared for it, and obviously with the I guess
Fire.
Fire for one thing. But I guess the only thing you could probably say is if Deathstroke's weak. What is his weakness? What is there one besides the fact that if Venom was impervious, if Venom was impervious to all of that stuff we just talked about, then it's a wrap. Deathstroke is done, but he's not, and that, like you guys said, he'll find a way to with the sound. The sound thing is the biggest one. Like the sound is the that's like the big that's the kryptonite.
Sound, electricity, and fire. Those are the three you have to remember. And if we take sound, if we take the sound out of the equation, then fire and electricity, man.
Yeah.
But that to me, that's like saying like take Deathstroke's ability to fight or his ability to heal. Like I don't think it's I don't
count that into his ability, the healing factor. Yeah, Deathstroke, man. That's a Deathstroke.
Unless Venom. Well, I'll get to mine once Zod and Zebra give their points. ACS, are you done, or did you want?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, no, it's
okay. Okay, all right. Zod, what about you, sir?
I think, well, again, for all the reasons we've been talking about, definitely Deathstroke on this, and Deathstroke again has the healing powers, the healing factor that say Wolverine has. So the symbiote doesn't have those healing abilities. So once he figures out,
he does have, manner speaking, he does have regenerative abilities. It's just not.
He has regenerative abilities, but not on that level. So you could say Deathstroke could figure out a way to get to separate the symbiote from Eddie Brock, light it on fire, and then at that point the only thing you have left is Eddie Brock, and Eddie Brock is just a man. So definitely Deathstroke.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. All right.
That's 4.
Zebra, that brings us to you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What say you?
Well,
why is the thing not working? Come on.
Hello, everybody.
Well, hi.
Deathstroke for the win.
You get to vote twice.
Is he off?
Your panel freeze?
It's probably going to crash in just a minute because that's usually
what
it does. That's usually what it does.
There's
It'll leave.
on.
Yeah, it'll leave us in here and crash him out probably and take him out and bring him back in.
No.
But we'll never know because
Kal-El, no.
Kal-El, no.
In fact, my guess is Ambassador, are you still there?
He crashed.
Yep, he crashed.
Oh,
That's
no.
why. Yeah, we're still here, guys.
Well,
But we
Zod,
got
let's
Zod.
get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, it's the Zod show.
Cool.
Hey, Zod,
Yes.
tell us your likes.
Yeah, the Zod Rider show on YouTube from the couch with Zod Rider. Okay,
It's the Let's Find Zod a Date show.
All right.
Da 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 da.
he's back.
I'm here. All right. Let me go. All
There we
right.
go.
Yeah, you were on Ryan.
All right.
Who did we lose?
We lost somebody.
We lost everyone.
Oh,
No, we
all
didn't.
still here.
We just lost the bracket. But
Oh, that's right.
We're losing viewers.
We lost the
Yeah.
feed.
I was gonna say we could have had
All
this
right.
the whole time.
So
Ryan.
okay.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, Zebra,
you
what say
already
you?
know.
Yes.
Nice.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
So Deathstroke wins
All right.
it.
All right.
Who are you going with, Ambassador?
Deathstroke for the win.
Well, even though I would be in the minority, and that's fine. You know what? I was gonna say Venom, but that's me.
Okay.
If y'all want to hear my rationale as to why I say Venom, I'll be quite happy to share it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go
By all
ahead.
means.
If we add his immunity down back in, and if you add the fact that he can anticipate what Deathstroke is going to do, anticipate not as in with the spider sense, and he's got the distance game. Even though Deathstroke does have a distance game, Venom has a different type of distance game. He can shapeshift, he can change his appearance, and so on. In a manner of speaking, he can change his appearance. I'll go on camera for this. Hold on one second, guys. There we go. I think Venom has got a lot more advantages. Even though Deathstroke does have his own advantages, he can regenerate But here's the thing. Venom's going to get in close, and he's going to get in close quick because he realizes if this guy's main arsenal is swords and guns, he's going to negate that. And if you take this to a fist fight, in a manner of speaking, or down to a hand-to-hand combat contest, even as good as Deathstroke is, he's still just a man, whereas Brock has obviously been working out, and with the symbiote enhancing his strength on top of that, he's going to have the strength advantage, not to mention he's going to have all the other different abilities that the symbiote grants him. And eventually, he's going to take.
Blade have abilities too? Isn't he?
No, I'm not. He's got regenerative abilities, but he doesn't have.
No, enhanced strength, right?
He does, but not as.
He was worked on when he was in the Corps.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, yes, he's got those strength abilities, but Brock's are going to be even more so because any weightlifting or any workout that Brock does, the symbiote's going to amplify, like I think maybe, let's say, just hypothetical, 10 times over. That's going to give Venom an advantage in terms of in a hand-to-hand combat situation. Not to mention, we've seen him turn. He's got all these different appendages that he can lash out from his body and everything else. And eventually, Venom's going to take an arm, or going to take a couple of arms. Then what's Slade going to fight with? And Venom's just going to eat his head and
like a turd in the wind.
Yeah.
Do you feel me?
Those lines, though.
Like a turd.
So essentially, if
Turd in the wind. Deathstroke's just a turd in the wind.
He's just a turd in the wind.
Just a turd in the wind. Rolling on the floor.
All of a sudden, Ryan just chimes in. It's just his logo.
There
Kill him with his appendages.
right out the door. No, not to
And just
be
hey,
seen.
all right, hey, just real
Yeah,
quick.
you got the Infinity Gauntlet there, man. That's
the Infinity
sick.
Gauntlet right there. Yo,
All right, just real quick.
Snap us out of position.
Just real quick to
By
the
the
chat.
way, just real quick commercial. I actually have a parody video on my channel of me singing "Turd in the Wind," so this is not a completely like.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
coming up
want
with my own
to.
lyrics.
Hey guys, real quick, please. This is still my channel. I just want to give a welcome to Rasha Taylor. Good evening, madam. It is a pleasure
What's
to
up,
have
Rasha?
you.
We just had her on our show last week.
Have you join us
What's
this
good,
evening?
Rasha?
Thank you for being here, and welcome to the Ambassadorial Wing. As I said, eventually Venom's going to be able to incapacitate. Even though Slade can regenerate, he can't regenerate on the same level like, say, Wolverine or Deadpool per se. And if Venom takes both his arms, he's pretty much defenseless. Eats his head, Venom wins.
I chopped your arms off. It's just a flesh wound.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Your arm's right there.
No.
Just a flesh wound.
I'll bite your legs off.
Oh God!
How about you?
The Black Knight's invincible.
The Black Knight always wins.
But that's my rationale for why I think Venom would beat Deathstroke. So anyway,
The winner is Deathstroke, though.
Yes. The winner is Deathstroke.
Unfortunately for you.
Venom's just a turd in the wind.
although I could exercise my best authority and just negate all of your votes and everything, except for the ones that are in my favor, and say, you all lose anyway. I mean, but I won't do that. That was more of a joke.
Oh, man.
But honestly, guys, this is a great stream. This is a great debate. I mean,
It was fun.
It was a fun time.
and
It was very fun.
I hope everybody enjoyed themselves, even those for you that got here late and everything. And
Yeah.
and
I hope you guys make up. Please.
Oh God.
Make up.
but
I still love you. I still love you.
I
As
think
much as I loved you earlier.
God, that was
still
that
not
was
talking to
perfect
him.
positioning, Enosh. It looked great, like you were talking directly.
Loads
at
of
the man.
practice.
Right there, man. It's right there. I love you, man. I love you. You're okay.
Wow,
You're a good
check
guy.
Ryan's got to
that
do the
out.
point. Like,
This guy right here, this guy calls me bright and early in the morning and leaves messages from Arnold Schwarzenegger in my voicemail. So,
He's like,
are you serious?
yeah, oh yeah, heck yeah.
Yes.
The Ice Age.
Yes.
And just real quick to the chat.
That's what I wake up to
these
is
messages.
Ryan's
What?
voice. That's where I'm like, what?
Everyone
Wait,
should
is it
wake
Ryan?
up to my voice.
Wait, no, it's not Ryan.
Oh, gosh.
yeah.
Just real quick. And yes, Master
Just
of
Ryan
None.
hating on women again.
Oh God.
Master,
Oh, God.
I need to set my ringtone to.
Enosh, you know that Poison Ivy is a Mary Sue.
tongue.
Of course she is.
Oh my
Bite your
goodness.
filthy tongue.
Using nothing but her Mary Sue powers.
Oh gosh. Okay.
The bestest ever.
All right.
Oh, good lord!
Um,
Oh, you went there.
And just real quick, Master of None. Once I'm actually, I'll go ahead and announce this, and you all are invited. Next month, I'll be celebrating 1 year on YouTube, my channel
Nice.
being a year old,
Awesome.
and I'll go ahead and announce this here because I'm presenting an open invite to you, fine gentlemen, and to everybody in the chat. I'm going to be doing a longer than usual stream. I'm playing
4
it for
hours?
4 hours?
Actually, I'm thinking 8 to 12.
Oh, whoa.
That's long string.
That's a
And
shift.
I am going to be. This is going to be something
Sounds like a
special. I've already figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a Q&A part of the stream, and then we are going to have some karaoke and everything during part of that stream. And I might just do some, do a call in like a couple of good friends of mine do and everything. Just have people come in. We can chit chat about whatever. But the end of the night, because next month is November and it's Thanksgiving, so I'm going to go with more of a medieval feel for my streams, and we're going to be covering some medieval topics. One in particular that Madam Ambassador has been bugging me about, and we're going to be talking the Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood, in all his incarnations. That means Errol Flynn, Kevin Costner, and Carrie Yules.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
And
Men in
also, yes, Men in Tights. And for next month, then Dawson, this is for you. We're going to do a very special watch party. And I will give you all a hint. And if you all do not get this hint, I revoke your nerd cards and you have to earn them back. We are the knights who say
Yes. Yes. Yes.
we are going to do a Monty Python the Holy Grail watch party.
Nice.
I will be hashing out
Awesome.
the details for the 1 year anniversary stream. I'm thinking it might be the week of Thanksgiving, but not on Thanksgiving because people want to spend time with their families, not listen to a bunch of us talk on here. But I'm shooting for that because I'll have time off from work and everything else. So
Nice.
yeah, Master of None, I will be in touch with you, bud. And like I said, this is an open invitation to everybody in the chat and everybody on this panel, and everything, because I'm going back and everything. I'm reaching out to everybody that I have worked with that will at least still talk to me, and I'm having them come in. And if you hear this, that includes you, Max. I'm hauling your butt over here if I have to literally hog tie you and drag you to my home.
Yeah.
I'd pay to watch that stream.
Yeah, I wonder who would win in that one. That'd be a good match.
Yeah, that'd be a good. That's when we start doing it like streamer against streamer.
Yeah.
I win.
Oh, God. Imagine the brackets.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, man.
32 streamers all against each other.
Yeah.
But that all being said,
Put streamers we don't like on there.
As the number 16 seed.
don't get me started.
Doomcock. Mike Zero.
Garza.
John Campia.
Anyway, Guys, before we close out, because we are closing on 3 hours, but this has been a great stream. I'm so glad you all agreed to be on this, and
Yeah, man.
I look forward to next month. And I think hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah,
And we'll put our brains together. And we'll come up with another great matchup, another group of rogues versus another group of rogues, and no matter who wins, we lose. So, guys, before we close out, each of you go around the horn, plug your channels, tell these fine people where they can find you anywhere online, and do your thing.
All right. Starting with
all at
Superior.
once?
Yes, we'll start at the top. We'll start at the top and work our way down.
Right on. Hey, I'm Cody from Superior Hero Reviews. You can check me out every Wednesday. I'm going to eat the most ridiculously spicy things I can find in my town while showing off the new comic books I got for the day. And check me out, I do reaction videos. I try to do one every week, but I've been slacking school with my kids and stuff. But yeah, so check me out, Superior Hero Reviews on YouTube and at Superior Hero Reviews on Instagram.
You don't have a Twitter?
I don't have a Twitter, no.
That's actually good.
Yes.
Twitter's the worst.
Yeah.
So.
Twitter is the root of all that is evil. Classic.
Yes.
Well, I do have a Twitter. It's at Comics Classic, but my channel here on YouTube is Classic Comics. I do comic book reviews, mainly also movie, TV reviews. I still say Joel Schumacher should have been in the Batman bracket, personally. But this was fun. Thanks for having me on, Ambassador, and it was nice to meet everybody.
And guys, if you have not, like I said, if you have not subscribed to Classic, subscribe to his channel. He does good stuff. I know he doesn't have all the time like some of us do to do content, but he does when he does top-notch content. I highly recommend him. So go over and subscribe to his channel. You know what?
You said that was Comic Classic or Comics Classic?
Comics Classic.
Comics Classic. I subscribed to you guys, both you guys earlier, but there you go. I found you. All right, awesome.
Yeah, I will put.
I'm already following you.
And Nerdy, I subscribe to you. And,
Solid. I subscribe to you as well.
But I don't think I got anybody else. Maybe everyone can throw their links up in the chat here.
Yeah.
Put the links. Make it easy.
All you guys, everything that haven't done so already, put your links in the private chat and everything, so that everything, and I can pop them in, or
I get it.
Or whoever, or I can, or Classic, or somebody can. I'll do it. You know what? ACS, sir.
Oh, am I up?
You're up, sir.
Yeah. So, my name is Dawson Weidrich.
For all things nerdy, check me out.
That's my name too.
Yes. Yes, I am ACS Anthony. You can find me on all any kind of social media at 2279ACS. On YouTube, just go to YouTube and search for the ACS Universe, and you'll find my channel there. And yeah, that's about it. And every single Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you'll find me along with these other three gentlemen surrounding Enosh to the bottom half. Or am I going the wrong way?
I'm the fifth.
Yeah. You'll find me with those guys on Four Nerds, where the shows just revolve between mine and Dawson's and Ryan's channel. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome.
My name is Dawson. Look for our new comic, The Three Dawsons. Try to figure that one out.
That'd be a fun one.
I dig it because both of you guys are looking inward towards me. It's like we meant this.
My Three Dawsons.
My Three Dawsons. That's funny. All right. No, my name is Enosh from the Poindexter Lounge. And we do all kinds of fun stuff on our channel. We have great discussions, and we're just a place for nerds. And so we'd love to have you.
Batman Three Dawsons.
Batman Three Dawsons. We'd love to have you guys come and hang out with us. We'd love having panel discussions, and we do reviews, toy reviews. And also movie reviews, TV show reviews. We do watch parties. We're getting ready to do watch parties for The Mandalorian. So every week we'll be watching it live. Heck yeah, we'll be watching it live with everybody. And so we'd love to have you guys come along for that. And then We do a little show called 2 Cents on Nonsense, where we tear stuff apart and have some fun doing it, and strike up controversy sometimes in our wake. But also, again, I cannot stress enough. Just be ready for next week, baby. It's gonna be. What's the word for it?
I'll tell you what a word. Might I make a suggestion? Next week is gonna be fire. Okay?
Yes.
So that's all I'll say about that. It's a little bit of a surprise, but we're gonna have some fun for sure. And so you're gonna want to be around the Poindexter Lounge at that point. So
yes,
absolutely. And my name is the real Dawson Weidrich from Nerdy in Many Ways. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at NIMW32. It's just these letters right here, plus the number 32, NIMWA32. You can also find me on Vero. The name's Dawson Weidrich. And you can also find me on Facebook, Nerdy in Many Ways. Got a Facebook page there. You can check my comics. All the links to those are in the description of my videos. And also every Thursday at 7:30 p.m., you can find me on the Four Nerds Show. We interview a bunch of great people. It's a fun time. We just talk about nerdy stuff. And basically just everything that everybody else does here already, but we just do it in a somewhat organized manner that's always chaotic. So it's always a fun time.
And we always talk over each other. We have
that's a must. That is a must.
Yes.
Oh man. So is it like Ryan next or?
I'm on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff too. Instagram, all that fun stuff too.
No, Zod's actually
next.
Not. All the time.
I'm next.
Yes, you are, sir.
You're next, Zod.
Oh, okay. Well, you can find me at the Zod Rider Show on PSN Radio, psn-radio.com on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can also find me on Twitter at Zod Rider, and you can find me on Thursday nights at 7:30 Eastern Time with Nerdy in Many Ways, ACS, and Zeverfet for the Four Nerds.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go. You can find me on Thursday night, 7:30, with Nerdy in Many Ways and ACS Universe and Zod Rider. And we interview some great people, and we have fun taking turns and talking over each other. And we're going to tell you the same thing 4 times because it's 4 times as important once I get to say it. So yeah, just join us. This next one will be on my channel. So please go and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification so that you are aware that we are going live when we do. We broadcast on Periscope, YouTube, as well as Twitch. And
sometimes Facebook.
And sometimes Facebook.
Yeah.
So, and then also we do SoundCloud episodes, right? You upload the episodes?
I'm a little behind on those, but I will be uploading those.
Okay.
Yeah, Spotify. Spotify is the big one.
Spotify. Sorry, I knew it started with an S.
Yeah, my Zod Rider Show archives are
way off.
Samsonite.
But so we just did a review of Batman Death in the Family today, myself and my son. That is, we streamed it today, and it should be available on my channel now to watch.
Man. And, oh my God, I hate that I missed that, Ryan. I hate that so much.
We prolonged it. We were waiting. I didn't know what happened.
I saw that.
I was out of. I lost power, and I couldn't.
Yeah. Oh no, it's all good, man. It's all good. We'll definitely cover it.
He's pissed off at you forever. You are no longer his friend.
I'm just upset because I had a lot to say about that movie. I really, I was really,
your
I was
presence
really hyped
definitely would have been
because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know, I did the digital, and I mean I have the physical Blu-ray. So I did the Blu-ray, and then I did the digital, redeemed the digital copy, and the differences between the two are just astounding. It's
So we got both. We have the physical, and then he bought.
It does come. Well, it does come with the digital. You know, there's a slip.
Maybe that's how he did it, because he had the disc, and he did all the work
inside the Blu-ray. That's called digital copy, and you redeem it on. You can
either redeem it
on Voodoo, or you can redeem it on. You can redeem it on Voodoo or Movies Anywhere, and you'll get the digital copy for free. So that's another reason why I feel like people that buy the digital copy,
physical media is always the way to go.
Because when you buy the physical copy, it comes with the digital copy. So you're.
Yeah, cool. No, I completely agree. But follow me on Twitter, Zebra Fett. If you'd like to get one of these bad boys, it's in my description as well.
Definitely need to buy one of those shirts.
And
very,
this
very
is
high
100%
quality.
going to charity. It does not go to me. I don't get any money off of this. This is the Victor Stone from jersey from the
Zack Snyder's
Justice League that's coming out next year.
And the number is greatly sized. Anybody who complains about it, Nicotina.
That's been corrected.
That's the one person I should have had on tonight, and I didn't. I feel bad.
I wouldn't feel too bad about it.
We love Nicotina.
Yeah, we love Nicotina. Andre. But yeah, that's it for me. And thanks for watching The Ambassador.
Yes.
Thanks for having us, Ambassador.
Yeah, man. Sorry
This was
we were
great,
late,
man.
dude.
This was awesome.
Work was ridiculous. But I came in right at the meatiest time in the bracket. Like right,
me too.
True.
Like when you sliced off the first round, you got to the meat. Yes.
That's right. Well, and like I said, this maybe the start of something we do at least once a month. So we'll talk about it. We'll work it out. So, folks, to my wonderful and awesome pal, Superior Hero Reviews, Classic Comics, ACS, Enosh Poindexter, Master of the Poindexter Lounge, Dawson, Zod Rider, Zebrafett. Gentlemen, this was indeed a pleasure and an honor. I'm glad to have you all here tonight. And to everybody that's been in the chat, and it's been going a mile a minute. I can't remember everyone, but to everybody that was in the chat, thank you for participating. Thank you for being here. Thank you for. I hope you all enjoyed this stream. I know I enjoyed putting it together. I enjoyed having these guys on with me. Next week, I will be back with a double header on Wednesday and everything with my Council of Ones Babylon 5 review. That'll be at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. And then Wednesday night, I'll be back with another installment of Wicked Wednesdays where we talk about a true horror icon, Halloween and Halloween 2.
Nice.
So, and next week, it'll probably be Friday. It'll probably be Friday afternoon. I will be back with part 4. I'm up to part 4 of my Star Wars fan fiction, Ray Who. So, I'll be tweeting out once I get that finalized and get it all put together for you all. But thank you all so very much for being here tonight. You all have a great weekend. Make sure you go and subscribe to these fine gentlemen. They are worth your time. If they weren't, I would not have had them here. So that all being said, you all have a great night and a great weekend. And until next time, this is the Ambassadors signing off.
I have always been